Welcome everybody to Potato Place Gaming. Here we are playing the Chains of Perdition, episode number 32.
Woo! It's episode 32!
All cameras.
Already?
We do it the same every single time.
Sometimes you have something to say first.
As always, we're playing for Extra Life. Give back game on. Play games till kids. There's a donation link down below. We're at $1,200 right now for our 2026 goal. All that money does go to our local Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Our case, that is Stormont Vale. That money goes to a lot of activities, products, procedures that those kids might not have otherwise. So very good cause. Thank you, Andreas, Fantastical Filaments. He provides a lot of the miniatures that we use in this campaign. Thank you, Julian at Ashelgrave. He did the Potato Place Gaming logo, as well as our Chains of Perdition character art. That's all I got.
It's a new month.
It's a new month.
Yes, it is.
Year in review. We had Hercule back end of last year.
Yeah.
Gaku. Trunks. Gohan.
Jeet.
Vegeta.
And Piccolo. So what do we think for the month
Krillin.
of June?
Krillin.
Frieza.
Cell. Perfect cell.
There are some of the pictures that you were unintentionally showing us.
Huh?
I think
That's just the cover.
Yeah, that's the cover.
Yeah, but doesn't it kind of review?
I mean, it
It
has a
doesn't
bunch
say
of...
which ones.
It doesn't say which...
Are you really going to be surprised if any of these 5 characters are in there?
I want Frieza. I'm just manifesting.
Okay.
I don't think it is.
Perfect cell.
But I want
Okay.
my boy.
Tien?
Okay.
Krillin.
Triangles and the
Okay.
squares.
Well, you're all wrong. Do you want to take another guess?
Yamcha.
I will say it is not a character that is in Z Fighters.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
Android
not,
18.
and it's not a villain.
Oh, it's not a villain.
Android 18 is in the Z Fighters.
Beerus.
King Kai.
I said it's not a villain.
Is he considered? I guess he is.
Chi-Chi.
Bulma.
Videl?
Well, you're all wrong again.
Jesus.
now we just have to
We're
keep
going to go on
guessing.
the lightning round until one of you gets it.
Oh,
I will
fun.
give you another hint every time each of you answers it wrong. It is a character that does not actually have that many episode appearances or voice lines.
Dende.
Wrong.
Chatsu?
Wrong.
Fuck.
Guru.
Wrong.
The turtle?
Wrong. This character's eyes are red. Not red
Shenron.
Not
pupils.
Frieza.
The entirety of the red. Rob, you got it.
Oh.
Oh!
I was gonna say Shenron before Guru, but I was like...
Guru. I was like, you're on the right track.
That's a fair choice, though. I mean, that is kind of what the show's named after.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I didn't want to say that that's what. I didn't want to say, oh, it's the character that the show's
I don't
named
even know
after.
if Frieza's on that calendar. I hope so.
Yeah, I have no
I would
idea.
imagine
Actually.
so.
It'd be
I don't know
very
why you
weird if he
wouldn't.
wasn't. That's the,
Especially if Cell's in it.
that's
Yeah.
the most popular Dragon Ball Z
Villain.
of all time.
Yeah.
I do not count Vegeta.
No, he's too far. He's too far
He-
gone for his villain arc.
Yeah, he was a
Can't say
villain
that
for a short
he's-
time.
You can't say that he's a villain
Not for
whenever
a short
he's...
time. He was a villain for.
But you can't say that he's a villain in a TV show whenever he was only a villain for 30 episodes and has been a good guy for 500.
I mean, he was still.
Because,
overall-
I mean,
He was an anti-hero at that point in time.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
Well-
saying this as a Vegeta stan, everyone. I will be the full acknowledgement because I don't want people to fucking.
Any other announcements?
Collecticons tomorrow.
Say hi if you're at Collecticon. Tell my boys they need to help me do more cool TikTok videos.
Yeah, we'll play that intro video now, guys.
See Fusro Duo and tell Nikki we need to finish that too.
Where does it say that?
Right there on the side.
Right where
It's
it
the
says Fusro
advertisement.
Oh, I thought people.
The
were asking
advertisement
that.
for
I'm sorry.
Foods
I'm
Duo.
very bad at Skyrim, but to
Or
be fair,
TikTok does.
to be fair, I didn't know we were playing on the hardest.
It was on
difficulty.
extreme difficulty.
And-
Why are you playing on
It's
extreme?
something with whenever the server
I
got
don't
set up
know. I
don't
thought
know
that
if that's the
game,
default
and
setting.
so I wasn't having a good time. And then also
Oh,
I
God.
became a vampire, and I didn't know it, and I didn't understand why I was always so hard. when it was daytime. So all these things, like the worst possible things that could have happened to me in this game.
I will say I
The
became a
first
vampire
dragon
on
fight's
accident
gonna
the first
murder you.
time. We already did the first dragon
We
fight.
did
Okay.
get
We've
through
done a
that.
couple.
Okay.
So I'm actually very
We went
good
and
at
we met
stuff.
Delphine, and then we went to.
Well, then we defeated one of those dragon mages. Did we do that
Yeah.
when we had the difficulty up
Yes.
too?
That's
oh my
why we kept
God,
going.
I'm good at that game. I'm just saying.
We went and talked
I'm
to
just
Delphine, and then she sent us to go investigate further.
Yeah, so I fucking beat
Delphine's
a dragon
a nasty
mage
woman.
and a dragon on extreme difficulty.
You also
my
got
first
you also
tryout.
got approached by the Dark Brother.
But I was doing it with somebody else.
You had Cicero. Is that the little?
Yeah.
Is that the little jester's name?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, I
now
kind
the
of liked him. He
He's
reminds me of
I'm transporting my mother. Hoo-hoo-hoo. And his mom was in the coffin.
Yeah, I liked
Nah.
him actually. He
I
reminds
think
me of
that-
like Kefka or
Yeah.
any Joker's.
Cicero.
now the
So
question
what is
is,
he?
will you
What
download
is
the
he?
fart
He's
shot?
the Dark Brother.
Fart shout
What is the
mod.
Dark Brother?
Assassins.
I'll just do that. I'll just
You
do
can
that.
literally do every single.
I'm a cat
You
person.
can
that feels,
you can literally do every
Eat.
single mission,
I have
like
words
every
to do that
single
for you.
guild, and there's no consequences.
In any game in which I can be some form of cat,
You can be
I will be.
you can be the head of the mage guild without actually
with
knowing how to
cat-like
cast spells.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird.
You can, yeah. I feel like that game would be better if you had to choose one, and that was the only thing you could do.
I think it, yeah. It's kind of like.
Because why am I the leader
It's like a
of?
Dragon Age.
Why am I the leader of the
This-
warrior clan? The whatever they're called, the
I-
vamp, or the
Yeah.
werewolf.
I think
people?
of more when you choose only one. I don't think
Yeah.
you can do
I
one
tried
more
to
than one.
play it.
Anyway, let's play D&D. So
All
play that
right,
intro.
intro video.
Boop.
But anyway,
Edit this.
Edit this. We're talking about.
but yes,
Columbus.
she was reading it out loud, and she said, "Oedipus." It was like 2 weeks into reading that book, and it was like, "How do you not know how the main character spelled?" Last we left off, the chains of perdition were led to the king beyond the Red Waste Chambers by Captain Harkin. Locke, you looked at a strange bird. You tried to talk to
Is
it
that a
unsuccessfully. The king made his grand entrance. It really wasn't actually that grand when you think about it.
He just kind of showed up.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's not. He's a
kinda
pretty
put everyone
subtle
on the
guy. You guys also
high
really
alert.
picked up on that this whole like you must kneel thing. That's more of kind of like a scare tactic, and he doesn't actually force you to do that because nobody's been forced to kneel yet.
No. I don't want my
I
mic on.
I don't know if I outlined that enough to you, but that's really kind of the vibe that you're getting. Nobody's really had to kneel. It's more of like a equality thing, and
People's King.
yeah. He told you guys about his vision of the kingdoms and everything being fair.
Okay.
His version of fair. He did kill Varric the Pale.
Kind of
melted
vaporized.
him.
I was going to say you vaporized him more or less.
You know, this is a deep pull, but in Iron Man 3, when those guys had the extremis and they like glow, it's like that. But with
We
the
don't talk
explosions.
about that movie.
I watched it again last year. I might rewatch it. It was still a bad movie.
I watched
I
it
like
once.
parts of it.
I almost
That's the
watched
second
it.
time I watched it.
I almost walked out of the theater, and
When Ben Kingsley's like, "I'm Trevor."
it's not even that. The Extremis storyline is one of the best Iron Man storylines in comics.
The Chain Guard was
Fuck it.
formed by you, Vivian. your first people that
Are we going to?
There you go.
your first group of folks that asked to be a member of your King's Guard or Queen's Guard or Royal Guard, now known as the Chain Guard, were Flanagan and Ticket of Crows.
Oh, it still says hopefully my viewers.
Who cares?
See, well, I'm telling you the title.
I know, but we're playing D&D. Let's do
Well, that's what I
technical
want people to
difficulties
know, but
later.
I guess it's okay. It looks okay there.
You guys were tasked to go wrangle in the Ashen tribes. Do you guys remember the reason why you were tasked
Well, they've
with?
got a lot of resources. And they
It's
know
not
how to
necessarily
farm.
the resources. They know
They know how to farm and stuff
yes.
in wasteland. So
That's the previous. It
Okay.
always highlights the previous
Okay.
one.
So you guys were sent out with your small group of militia, probably about like 120, I would say, to the far, far southwest to the Ashen Lands. The map is right there if you guys do need it. You did walk by a creepy gray fire with ghosts.
So what did they
She's
say?
still saying the phrase to
the
this
king
day.
of the king. I don't
The
remember.
king of the waste or something.
The mountain dreams louder. You'll hear it too. The old spirits are afraid. Points as they should.
Say I'm not going to pull it.
Goddamn
She's
parrot.
She's just staring at us, even though she
I wrote
can't
it down.
see us anymore. Just pointed at the direction.
Creepy gray fire with ghosts. Vivian, you gave a decent. No, I wrote good. You gave a good speech to your troops when they started questioning what the king wanted of them because people were like, "They let us go. Why don't we just
Yeah.
fuck off and live here?" You guys navigated through an ash storm. You arrived at the Ashen Tribes. You did a little bit of scouting. Cersei, you were able to bring back a few, with a few other people, of course, you were able to bring back 3 hostages. Those 3 hostages were questioned. You know that the head shaman is in the camp right now. So you guys devised a plan, which, if I recall, like a small group of like a dozen or so of you were going to go in the back. You two and Roscoe and I were going to sneak in wearing disguises, so you'll get advantage on stealth check if I ask for those. And you're going to try to take the shaman hostage while you guys cause a distraction at the front by laying siege with your 100 men against probably like 1,000 to 1,500 people in this crater. Did I forget anything?
It's like, you know, when.
The hot gates of Thermopolis.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, yes, there's a bunch of them, but it's kind of like when the New World was conquered. It's like there might have only been a ship full, but they have a
Yeah,
lot
but
better stuff.
you haven't burned the ships yet.
I have not burned the ship.
Well, there was also disease. So
Can
you
you-
say we're bringing
Can
smallpox
you
to these
imagine
people?
those guys when they got off the ship and then their leader started burning the ships? They're like, "What the fuck is that? I wanted to go home in a month. I'm fucking stuck in Brazil."
Good thing we have these smallpox.
Yeah, it's like, I don't even like soccer.
World Cup week, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Month.
month, yeah. I don't know how those soccer folks do it,
So,
but bless you if you like
as
them.
you guys descend on the main entrance of the camp, you do gather a lot of suspicion. Hundreds of eyes seem to start looking at you. The entrance itself is marked by these towering poles of blackened wood. And you see skulls, leather cords, bones, things like that. It's very, I think I described it as very like Savage Land vibe. And then you see them appear. You see dozens, then hundreds, Ashen folk, warriors emerging from their camp. You see men and women alike. Their skin's like painted with this gray ash, almost like it's tribal, ceremonial. They look similar to the ones that you guys questioned.
Who are still alive.
Yes.
For the moment.
Their
They
armor's
might be naked.
fashioned from bone, hide, and scavenged material. The outfits are pretty skimpy in general. Many of them wear necklaces with like teeth and carved obsidian. Some carry these like curved, like like Alibaba sword-looking things.
Centaurs?
Yeah. They don't charge at you, but there is kind of like a chaoticness to their marching, like a little bit of like war chanting, and they seem very not feral, but not disciplined in the same way that you would think that an army of the Seven Kingdoms would be. And they simply kind of spread outward, trying to kind of like almost like surround you guys in a semicircle. They move slowly, patiently, almost like wolves circling their prey. The men of your army, especially Ticket of Crows and Flanagan, so Sylvan's with you guys, I guess, isn't he?
No. Well, he might be in the back, yeah.
He's not going sneaking in with you guys.
But yeah, he's in the back area with us.
They all kind of look at you for your command. What are you telling them to do?
This is where you shine
Alright.
Lord Flanagan will say, Lord Commander, what is your call? They're surrounding us.
Our character, refresh my memory, were we trying to minimize casualties or were we just...
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not attacking you yet. They're like surrounding you and being like, what the fuck are you doing?
Ready your arms?
So as you say that, you do see them kind of raise their shields and they kind of form a defensive perimeter, like a few people deep, and kind of form like a circle all the way around you.
Let them come to you. Let them make the first move.
These former prisoners, outcasts, they all fall into formation and they wait for your command. The Ember Bowl does stand next to you, still unquiet and unmoving, but as you recall, he seems to have been tasked with your protection.
We just got these big, strong men.
You guys doing
All
anything
sides.
else before we continue?
I'm waiting for them to attack us because we're basically just... The idea is try not to engage them fully, just enough to
And
keep
I feel like by
here.
by standing there, we are our own distraction right now. Anyway,
Yes, you definitely have
So-
the camp's attention.
you know, with our weapons, with our.
What are you doing with the prisoners that you have? Do you make it apparent that you have them yet, or are you still holding that card?
I would rather hold it
Okay.
because I'm not saying even like human shields. It's like we didn't kill your people, but we could.
You also have 3 of your own people that are going in dressed as those people.
Yeah.
We have not yet, but we might.
They looked around and they said, "Wow, what a lot of people!
We have the best people.
Probably the
We
best."
don't have the
best.
most people, but
We
we
have
might
the
have. We
best.
have the best. Some might say the greatest ever.
Hey, when I had the people on my side, the Prince of America.
We have this
you
big
see-
guy. He's called the Ember Bull. He's a super cool guy.
You see the crowd part. A massive and you guys will do you guys at the same
Yeah.
time. We'll just do it later.
Yeah.
As the crowd does part, a massive figure emerges atop a broad, ash-colored steed. It's like I don't want to say mutt, that's not the right word, but just a very plain-looking, darkened horse. The horse snorts from its nostrils powerfully. Its rider is even more imposing than the horse. You see the warrior's chest is bare, save for scars. His skin's darkened and covered with ash from years in the wastes in the hot sun. You see a necklace made from different fangs. They look like they come from different creatures, varying in sizes.
And we know there's at least a decent amount of creatures out here, besides like, the salamanders and stuff.
Yeah, you've seen a few, probably drakes and stuff
Yeah.
around.
I don't think magma creatures have teeth, but boy, would it be
They
scary if
might.
they did.
More like rock teeth, but yeah. You see one of his eyes is clouded white. A great axe does rest across his shoulders. He surveys your force, and then his gaze Actually, let's see. Nope. Yeah, he does kind of look around. He does not see the 3 prisoners. He does look confused, a little bit of concern, but a little bit of arrogance, as you guys are probably outnumbered like 3 to 1. No, you guys have 100. They have like 1,000.
So 10 to 1.
So yeah, about 10 to 1. And not everybody inside of this encampment, is maybe like half of them are suitable for fighting. So maybe it's 7 to 1.
You're where they have numbers. I can just try to overwhelm us by just sheer amount.
He does ride his horse up decently close, not too close though, and he shouts, "You have crossed far from your king's lands." He spits under the dirt. "Far from places where crowns matter." He does unsheath his axe and point it at you. "What do you want?" "Turn around, and perhaps nobody dies today."
Am I talking or am I letting him talk? Because he's like the commander.
It's up to
of my
you.
army.
I was gonna say, you're technically the.
It depends.
Quote,
How would
unquote,
you like your
politician.
first interaction with this
Do you?
group of people?
Do you want? I mean,
Do I
I'll
want
do
to
it,
come
but do you
through
want
Booker's?
Booker to do it? Because Booker's going to be a bit abrasive. So
Booker abrasive? Never.
We got a guy we're gonna see.
Well, nobody has today. No, this is not Vivian's Trump arc. No, she'll talk. No one has to die at all if we but have civil conversation. We attempted that with some of your people, and thus far has been unpleasant, and I understand we are at your door, but we come wanting to utilize your knowledge, and we could do so peacefully, but that is up to you.
How many of our people have you killed?
I have killed none of your people. We haven't
No.
killed any of them, right?
no, I badly injured one of
see.
them.
You ran into their people, so
They're kind of. We like gave them some kind of. I mean, they don't have that many clothes anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but we would have
yes,
made them decent.
yes.
We
One
have
of-
killed none of your people.
One of them has a
And then
bat
I'll,
busted
like-
knee.
Gesture for them to at least be shown.
So they are chained and their hands are suspended. Release our people and leave, and none of you shall die. So as this does continue, you do see more and more ash folk appearing and kind of shuffling into place. Not aggressively, but methodically. Every few moments, another like dozen or so does kind of arrive until they have like almost completely surrounded you. You bring soldiers. You bring chains. You bring the scent of that king, and he points towards the volcano in the distance. And now you expect welcome? As he does kind of sneer through his teeth.
No, I truly don't expect welcome. I expect a conversation. That conversation can be had easily, or it can be had with difficulty.
Make perception checks.
Like, I feel bad because I'm probably not naturally the
You
best.
remember what you're doing, though, right?
Yes.
You're stalling for them.
Yes.
I just want you to know that you don't have to come to like
To blows right now. I know.
It's also not something that you're really trying to come to an agreement with them on.
No,
Yeah,
and that's
yes,
the
but
thing.
also
Is
no.
yes.
What'd you get for perception?
Oh, I'm
14.
sorry.
14?
Let's do this. 18.
You don't see it. But what you see is on your far right, there's like a garrison of archers that do have it pointed directly at you. Also, with that, you do see the Ember Bull step in on that side, and he pulls out his massive sword and kind of plants it in the ground, almost like it's like Cloud's Buster sword, wide
blade.
and almost like a umbrella over you. He's not fast, not dramatic whenever he does so. Just one step forward, one single step, and one slam of his sword into the ground between the archers and you.
Right. Do they have a familiarity with him? Because I know he's been patrolling those lands. He's probably killed a bunch of them
You
before.
remember? You remember the Bull's March, where that is in comparison to the Ashen
Yeah, it's
Tribes
quite a
up
ways
there.
away. So they probably, but they some of them do because we saw some of the scavengers.
They
So
would definitely know who the they know who the King of the Red Waste is. They don't know who you are.
yes,
They know that you are
a representative.
any mass group this big. That
Okay,
is-
my other question, because I'm trying to understand, and she may not know this, but these people realistically are all still people that came from the other side of the wall at some point.
Some people, some other people might be. You definitely would have. Are you talking about the Ashen Tribes?
Yes.
The Ashen Tribes has existed for a long time. Like joining up with them from the other side really isn't a thing. They're kind of their own
So,
people. Maybe
okay.
like a
Well, I
millennia-
didn't.
maybe like a millennia ago they started over there.
Right.
But
I just didn't know if I
there's
should.
no
I'm trying to
connection,
figure
really,
out what I
culturally.
would appeal to, so I don't want to appeal to something that's going to have no substance in it.
When the Ember Bull does stick his sword in there, you do almost see like a hush and like a little bit of a
Yes.
pullback from a lot of the Ashen tribesmen around. You see
okay.
even the guy that's talking to you, you
Yeah.
don't know his name yet, but he does kind of like change his expression. Because unlike most warriors in the Waste, you were correct. Everyone knows who the bull is.
Yes.
And you see the few people that had their bows notched to do kind of like lower it slightly now that they have his attention. You'll see Drogon, you'll see him lift his hand and say, "Quiet, careful. That one there, he could kill mountains." You see them lower their bows all the way down now. But they do, your men look to you for what you want to do, and this gentleman does wait.
For my next.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to stall. I think that as risky as it is, it's better for them to make the first move with violence, because then it sort of gives weight to my words that I'm not here to kill everybody, but I have the capabilities to kill people.
But I will defend myself.
Yes. You assume that I am only here because of what the King of the Mountain is. I am here for a great many reasons. There is a greater threat to our entire world. And you may be isolated here now, but it will reach you. It will reach you. It may kill many, many more first, but eventually that darkness will take you too, and you will all suffer as we are all meant to be. There are greater things at play, and while you may enjoy your existence here and its isolation and simplicity, it is a ruse.
What does your king of the Red Wastes want us for?
You want
Extinction? What does he offer that we do not already have?
remind me. I mean, he's really not offering anything other than I'm not going to kill you if you help us or
Like I said,
anything.
he just wants an army. Is all he wants.
It offers you alliance.
You haven't yet figured out what maybe the Ashen tribes might want, so you don't really know.
Yes. Well, it would help if I knew what you wanted, what you needed. There's certainly something that you must need out here.
I do not speak on such matters.
And who does?
You will never know. Leave. We do not care of your king's promises. Your king's interests lie east of the Dam of Fire. We know enough of your king. He gathers armies, digs beneath sacred stone. He awakens things that best be left sleeping. Every king promises salvation. Every king demands obedience. And we will not kneel.
I would not force you to kneel if you would consider the benefits of an alliance. You say that this king is waking things that he should not, and perhaps that's true. But how can you stop him but tell him that what he is doing is unnecessary?
You say you do not want to fight, and yet you have my people in chains. And there is a question, why bring an army?
I never said I don't know, I'm trying to think of how to phrase that. You're correct. I have an army because I do not want to fight, but I realize that I may not have a choice. Unfortunately, when one has a goal, difficult choices must be made, and I do not want to make the difficult choice, but I have the means to make it, and I think you know that as well as I do. Sometimes one must strike the hammer to have the balm afterwards. You are the one who gets to decide how much balm you would need after the hammer strikes.
He does not respond to that, but you do see more warriors arriving. There's
Listen,
more
I'm just
like
talking.
bows that get raised and then dropped. You see more like magic-y users. It's almost like a druidic, warlocky vibe going on from these folks. You see more like smoke coming from the camp. It's very ominous feeling, and you feel like you're like one moment away from disaster. But you know that you have the entire camp's attention on you. Now would be a good time to let your other group know.
We're linked.
Who?
We're linked.
Yes, okay.
You can
I'm just going to say inside my head, if you would like to get moving, now would be a ideal time. I seem to have occupied their ire.
We've poked a hornet's nest.
So,
Please do not fail, because this could get ugly quickly.
We'll shift over to you guys. Shift away from the armies and diplomacy and go more into stealth, deception, and tension. Remember that the goal is not necessarily combat here. The goal is to get to the High Shaman and...
Extract.
Yep. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell here.
Oh, fun. I haven't played that game forever.
So while Vivian and Booker...
I was going to say, does Selena know what group she's with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told her. While Vivian and Booker do hold the attention of the camp at the main entrance, another story unfolds behind the crater in the smaller entrance. You do position everybody kind of up along the top there, ready to rain down hell if anybody tries to escape. There's a lot fewer guards here. It's still dangerous. The camp beyond you does stretch further than you expected. There are thousands that live here. There's lots of like children, families, but there's also hunters, warriors, but most of them, you gather, probably went up to the front. As you guys do kind of enter the city, you do see smoke rising up from cooking fires in these tents. Some drums echo, war drums really, is what you hear now. But the smell of ash, sweat, burning wood hangs very thickly in the air. As you do look around before you enter, that does kind of hit you now that this is not so much looking like a war camp, but more like a home. As those dozen soldiers that you brought with you remain hidden, Locke, Cersei, You both move ahead with Roscoe One Eye. Not necessarily sneaking, but trying to keep a low profile in your gear. Unless you do anything really to arise suspicion, they're not going to necessarily know. Think of it like in the Hitman video games when you have an outfit you can put on, but if you stay within eyesight of somebody too long, they'll get a little suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had kind of scoped out where it is we need to go using my...
Yeah. And it is centrally located in this crater.
So the three of us, break off and start heading towards the back entrance, trying to stay as inconspicuous as we can.
Okay. Go ahead and make stealth checks. You can do so with advantage. Get into the 30s here with these numbers. Are you guys that good yet?
Not yet. A sleight of hand I would be, but not stealth yet. But that is...
Level 5?
Yeah. That is a
That'd be plus if you were already getting above 30.
Mod 20.
natural 28.
Okay. So you do sneak in.
I have a plus 11 in my
Avoiding a few-
acrobatics. So
What?
I have a plus 11 in my acrobatics.
So you can get a 31.
Expertise.
Yeah. You do sneak in just fine, avoiding a few prying eyes. The outfits that you're in are very revealing, very uncomfortable. It doesn't feel great with the hot sun and ash hitting your bare skin. You don't know how they quite do it. The chatter of the bones and stuff like that, like if you're actually trying to sneak, it'd be hard, but since the stealth that we're doing is more like incognito mode, like in disguise, it's a different stealth that we go with, but it's not necessarily a quiet outfit. As you guys do sneak, you do who would be leading?
Probably me.
So as you do sneak past the tent, you look both ways and you do push forward and you hit right into somebody's back and it turns around and you see this looks to be a guy about your age, ashened. He has a bow in his hand. He has a bunch of hides and scalps and stuff hanging. It looks like he might be like a hunter or tradesman. He looks at you. Are you getting to the gates? There is an army from the king.
Yes. Heading that way right now.
Make a deception check. You do anything to aid?
I
17.
don't even know what I can say,
17?
honestly.
You don't look familiar. I rolled well, sorry.
Damn.
What did you say your name was?
I didn't.
Yeah. What are you guys doing as he does grow a little bit more suspicious? You cannot try to deceive him again. You can do something else if you wanted to. If there's any other checks you might want to use. You can always try intimidation. You could try to try to knock him out here. That's up to you.
There is also looks to be a small regiment, and I will psychically tell the person who I left up there that I'm doing this as part of this distraction as well. I don't know if they're trying to get in through the back or not.
Are you trying to persuade him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a persuasion check.
That's a 22.
God, I keep rolling well.
Quit doing that. Trying to be all sneaky spy and you're...
And how did you come across them? Why were you... You should have alerted somebody by now.
That's why I'm coming in right now.
When you come to me, just a hunter to tell him this?
I was worried I did not actually see you in front of me.
He's growing ever suspicious. You guys doing anything else?
Is there anybody else around him? Is it just us and him?
Make a perception check.
15.
It looks like it's just him. These tents are real crowded together. You don't know if there's people inside of the tents or anything, but you don't hear or see anything.
Well, if we have to do it this way, my comrade Ragnar can explain more of it to you, and that's going to be the note for her to knock this guy out.
To Cersei or to Roska?
Roska. That's what I meant.
Okay. Yep. Rolled pretty high as she hits him as he falls down onto the ground. He's still not unconscious. Do any of you do anything to...
Can I put him in sleeper? Or try to knock him out
Make
fully?
yeah, sure. You can get down on the ground. Make a. We're going to do a grapple check here, so competing athletics check.
I have block do it.
I rolled a 8. So.
It's like a 23.
Okay, so yeah, you get him down on the ground and easily subdued 3-on-1. What do you do with his body?
Is there a barrel?
Weekend and Bernie's with him.
We haven't made it that far into the camp yet, have we?
Maybe like a third of the way too.
Oh, we're a third of the way in. We're further than I thought we were.
There's gotta be
Okay.
some bushes.
Let's tie some strings
No
around him and
bushes
just
here in the
walk him around like a puppet.
There's a bunch of tents around. You can shove him in one of those.
Could I do a perception or investigation to figure out which one's maybe empty to dump him in?
Sure.
Which do you want?
Make an investigation check, just a real quick.
It's a 21.
Yeah. You find an empty tent.
I point to Roska to put him in there.
Okay. She does, with your help,
Yeah.
drag him in.
Not how I wanted to start this.
As you do continue deeper on and deeper on, you get to a crossroads. As you do cross, you do see an older, broad-shouldered woman. She's carrying a big bundle of spears, and you see her, and she's packing them up and packing up weapons, and looks like she's trying to get them to the front lines. And she does see you guys. And she comes over with you with squinty eyes. Her face is painted like with this gray with ash. She has a wolf pelt hanging across one of her shoulders. She does pause, looking directly at you, and eyes do narrow. I know every face in this house.
Anytime the lady has that voice. No, I love Harrison's voices because
Trying to think how best to answer this.
they evoke the clever old lady.
Just gets like
Part of me wants
Nothing gets past that lady.
part of
inches
Rob,
away
not
from
Walk,
her- from
wants to be a
Walk's
smart
face.
ass, but I know that's not going to be a smart decision.
Just flirt with her, man.
Speak! And she grabs you by the mouth and looks at you. What fire birthed you?
a green one. A bougie.
Not her. Me.
Out of character, I have no fucking idea what to say, so I'm
Spitball.
just gonna.
Improvises the
DM
game.
question. From what we gathered before we made this journey, all of the Ashen tribes are kind of allied under the one shaman, right? Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure of before I did what I'm going to do.
You know, the king doesn't really know too much about him, so he wouldn't be able to tell you that much, but that's kind of what you get.
You don't recognize us because we're not from this area. We're from one of the other.
I've been to every other camp too.
You remember all of our faces?
Yes.
Insight check on that one. That's a 15.
Roll higher. I rolled an 18.
20.
Or can we do those for skill checks?
I don't know. It's your
I thought
game.
we did do them for skill checks.
Okay.
I thought.
Yeah.
I don't
Pretty
know.
easy.
It seems like she isn't necessarily lying, but she's like trying to like trick herself into knowing.
We were here to do some trade, and we saw the group out front. Do you know what's going on up there?
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 24.
Okay.
This dice is rolling
So
hot
she'll
tonight.
Slowly. Yeah, there's a group. There's an army. The king sends his little knights to come get us. Little metal men in armor. They burn all the same. Gather weapons. Take them to the front lines. Quickly now. And you see her kind of saunter off.
Oh, God.
I will
Face.
grab a spear because I can only probably I can't pick up that bundle.
So as you do begin to like pick up spears and stuff, she does shuffle off and then she disappears.
Thank God.
She gave you her orders and left.
And then I won't follow them. I will keep hold of the one spear, though. That way it looks like I'm doing something.
Yeah, I'll probably hold on to something.
Yes, if you
Comfort
get a
spear.
spear, you can get like a sword, like a short sword made out of
Yeah, that'll be fine.
bone. You see Roska pick up a few like ashen clubs. Like she has like a big great club, I guess is that what it would be.
Yeah.
So as you do move
Yeah.
deeper, the Ashen Folk camp does just feel very old. It feels like things get like picked up and moved around here a lot. Like nothing quite settles. The tents are made of these like stitched hide, like it doesn't necessarily match. There's all different sorts of hides, like animals, monsters, a few things that have scales. You see like ceremonial bones hanging from the doorways. You do see a few like paintings and stuff that look like maybe like children artwork, like drawn with like dyes or blood or something like that. They would have found.
Finger painting with blood.
You do see occasionally a few like blackened stone. You do see children playing. You do see elderly people like waiting in their tents, trying to figure out what's going to happen. Everywhere that you look, it seems like there's like signs of life, but also like almost like a faith. Like they have like some sort of deities that they worship here, like similar to like the like symbolage you'd see in the Seven Kingdoms. You see those smaller fire pits in and out of tents. You see every once in a while see like an idol made of bone. Lots of smoke, skulls painted with sacred markings and sacrificial markings. But the people that you see, even not the warriors, wear a little beyond hides, bone armor, ashen paint, trophies from hunts, things like that. It's like very Native American and like nothing is wasted here. Everything has a purpose, and everything eventually will become ash. You do eventually make it to...
I'm just making the mental notes in my head as we're...
Make it close to the central tent.
When we get to that area, is there anything that sticks out?
Make a perception check.
24.
It seems rather empty. You do notice occasionally a guard will walk by the door, something like that. Or not the door, the opening to the tent. But you don't really see on the inside. The center of this crater does rise slightly above the rest of the camp. You're kind of like looking up at it.
Okay.
There's this massive tent far larger than any other. It's supported by like a few like big ashen logs, but it seems like a lot of them are like giant ribs from some sort of colossal beast. You're not quite sure what it is. You see a lot of the bone idols and bone totems surrounding it. Smoke does pour constantly from the few vents that are up on the top. Every once in a while you do see warriors. They look to be a little bit more armored, not too much more armored. Come and stand and check outside of the tent and go back in.
Is it like a studded leather, but instead of metal studs, it's bone?
Yeah. What did you say you got for your perception?
24.
Okay, so you do kind of count, and over the next few minutes you do get that there's probably like 5 to 8 of them. Darkened armor. The weapons seem like a little bit more sharpened, but are well kept. And each of them that you see does have markings that are burned directly into their skin. That's different than the usual ashen paint that they use. They don't seem like ordinary warriors. They do seem like some sort of elite guard or ritualistic guard, something like that. With that 24, and I'll say both you guys can see this as you are sneaking pretty well. You see one of the guards has a great spear, and you see him every once in a while go to the middle, and he raises his hand through the small crack that you can see, and you see like a big puff of smoke, and then a few seconds later you see it rise through the top. One of them appears to have like the set of like twin bone axes. This one moves rather quickly and like almost like spastically and aggressive with his movements. Another one, whenever they come by, you see them kind of have this like fire, and they're kind of juggling it back and forth in their hands. Another one seems, I don't know, still magical, but like they have this almost like ceremonial staff. And then you see another one that's older than the rest of them, more burned marks into his skin. He walks with kind of a calm air about him. Do you guys approach the tent any further?
Really?
As nonchalantly as I'm able to, yeah.
Okay. Make stealth checks again.
Is it still at advantage or no?
Yep.
So
If you decide to enter the tent, it will not be advantage because that's more about not making noise.
yeah.
But getting up there.
That's going to be a 27.
Okay. We got to roll for Rosca. She rolled decently. So you guys do... Oh, wait, she gets advantage too. Didn't matter. So you guys do get up there. As you do look inside of the tent now, you both can make perception checks.
Mod 20.
22.
And you guys are kind of like huddled around the side.
Wait, perception?
Yeah.
That is higher than 22. That is a 26.
You guys do kind of huddle around the side and kind of find yourself like nestled in a little gap that's really hard to see. And you guys do kind of like open up the bottom of the tent to kind of peek in.
Mm-hmm.
First thing that hits you is the smell. It's a very heavy smell of like ash, but also kind of like incense.
Patchouli.
Yeah. Lots of animal skulls. You see lots of bundles of herbs, lots of like stuff for ceremonies that seem to be like piled up. And then it's kind of a mess, kind of piled up all over the place. Really, the only area that's like really clean and doesn't have anything in it is this center, which has this gray, ethereal, glowing fire, kind of like the one you guys saw on the way here. You see like bundles of feathers, small jars of ash, the gray flames. At the center, you do see an old man. He is barefoot, wrapped in these tattered robes and cloth, leather, bones, things like that. His hair hangs real long in these like tangled like white braids, almost like dreadlocked. His skin is covered in burns, a lot of tattoos, a lot of strange symbols. They all seem to have to do with like fire, burning, ash, things like that. His eyes are completely white, like almost like he's blind, but they almost seem like they're focusing. And he does, like, as there's kind of almost like a nervous, frantic energy in this tent from all the people walking around. You do look now, there are 5 guards inside of here. He does just have kind of a confident smile. And he... The king... He sends his thieves to us today. As he sits there and he kind of raises the fire again. It seems as if he knows something's wrong. It doesn't seem as if he saw you guys, but it's like he almost has like a strange ethereal connection.
Not gonna lie, when you said he had wide eyes, I wasn't worried about him seeing us. I was more worried about him
not
sensing
like
us.
omniscient, but more like deeply spiritual from what you can get. Like he has some sort of like connection to just feeling things in his realm. He inhales again. 3 strangers. 2 lies. 1 eye. And as he says 1 eye, Rosca kind of like... They have
And I
walked
took that
very
first.
far to find me, and I believe they are upon us. At that moment, you do see the guards kind of begin to move. They do have their weapons drawn. They do pick up this high shaman, and the one that's kind of more calm, he'll kind of like lift him up, and he does kind of walk with a little hunch. He does have a big staff. You'll hear this guy say, "High Shaman Core, we need to leave now." And Core is spelled Korr. You'll see them gather him, and you see these guards begin to usher him through the back of the tent. As they do leave the tent, you guys see them kind of go right by. What are you doing?
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
So they're going the back way, which we just essentially came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do have the element of surprise.
We're sneaking into the tent, right?
They're leaving the tent.
They're leaving.
They just left the tent.
We're going to, because in my mind they are either going to that back exit, or there is another exit that none of us know about. So we're going to keep that element of surprise and follow
Okay.
in the shadows.
Make stealth checks, and you are not doing it with advantage now.
Yep. That is a 27.
24.
They get maybe 10 feet, and then you see High Shaman Core turn, and he looks directly at you guys. They are upon us, my children.
Oh shit!
And
Oh
you
shit!
see one of the shaman do this, and you see a big dust of smoke go around you guys, so you cannot see more than 5 feet in front of you. What are you guys doing?
I don't know me.
I know.
I am.
I'm still talking for my life out here.
I'm going to book it towards the shaman
Okay.
to try to usurp him from the person who's carrying him.
Okay, so you do. They're not necessarily carrying them; they're just on either side.
But that way I can hostage this one.
So you begin to run, and you're blindly running, and you are met with the thud of running into somebody as you see one of these guys with a spear. He does try to jab it into
I want to
you.
slide between his legs.
16 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah, since I am in the regular stuff, I don't have my armor on.
Yep.
Oh,
So he does hit you with the spear. The spear doesn't do that much damage, though. You'll take 6 points of piercing damage. They are here. Get High Shaman Core away. And you're now out of the smoke, but you do see 2 guards pretty close, and you see one of them surrounding, and the other one's kind of like looking for a way out. I will say, in this moment, you probably don't want to make too much noise.
Correct.
So we'll get to you. What are you doing? As you don't see
I didn't
anything,
see,
you
I just
hear
saw him
this.
running.
Yep.
I don't really. I mean, I guess just try to run after him because I don't know exactly what he was.
So
It's not
as
like
you
he
do-
yelled what he was doing as he.
You would have heard it in your head.
Okay, I didn't
As
know.
you
if he was,
do
like,
emerge, you run right into somebody also. And with 2 bone axes, they're going to swipe down at you. It's only an 8 to hit. Does that hit?
Shouldn't.
Okay, so they do miss, but now you see them. Roscoe will follow. And now she's standing in between you two. Hell. And you'll see her with a big club. Bam! Bam! She's going to try to hit both of them. Natural one, so she'll miss on that one. And a 15. So she'll hit with the second one, and she just thud right into the one with the spear. He is kind of knocked back a little bit. Still up. What are you guys doing?
Shaman napping.
Now that I can see, because he's being held by the other guy with the staff, right? Okay.
Well, he's not being held with one of the staff. It's the one that was kind of calm.
Yeah.
Seemed like he might be the leader. I gave you guys. We'll give you this surprise round, and then after you do your next round of turns, it'll do something.
Okay.
So there's still somebody holding on to the shaman, or at least,
Mhm.
I guess. I'm trying to get that guy off of him, so I'm gonna try to.
You're still right next to somebody else, far
Oh.
away from the shaman.
Oh, okay, well then I'm gonna tackle this guy.
Tackle.
I guess knock him down, push
Okay.
him down.
Make an unarmed strike. So it's just your strength score, I believe.
You said plus strength.
Mm-hmm.
Mod 20.
And I don't think you get proficiency in unarmed strikes unless you're like a monk,
Mm-mm.
right? Okay.
I don't think so.
So mod 20, so that'll hit.
Well, you do. You get it on the hit. You just don't get it on the damage.
Gotcha.
Well, I think Tavern Brawler you get a thing.
No, because I have proficiency on my unarmed strike, which is a +2, even though my proficiency is a +3.
Because you weak.
Because I weak.
Okay.
How much damage?
That's just your strength damage.
Oh, it's
Your
just strength.
strength.
Okay, then
frail
mine's-
boy.
Do what I can. Just your strength score.
Plus 5.
So it's 5. No, it's
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's 3. I'm sorry. Wrong one.
Okay. So you do 3 points of damage. Do you attempt to grapple?
Yes.
Okay. Make an athletics check. Contested athletics here.
14.
That is not enough. You do not grapple him.
I'm disengaging from whatever it is this guy.
Did you do this turn?
No, we have not yet. I'm going to disengage
Okay.
because I can do that for free, essentially, with my bonus action. And then I'm going to basically whip around and beeline it to the shaman.
Okay. So as you do get there, you are met with this other guy standing in front of the shaman. You do anything?
As much as I don't want to, the purple blade shows up in my hand and I slash.
Okay. Roll an attack.
That's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Help if I'm using the right die. 9 points of psychic damage.
Okay. He is still up. You doing anything else?
No, because I don't have 2 attacks.
Roscoe will, with this one that you're trying to grapple, come down on him with another club strike.
Even though I'm
With
not.
that one.
So in Nate's mind, even though we're not trying to make noise, if we can get the shaman, the noise becomes a mood issue.
So the one with the axes, gets knocked unconscious as you're kind of wrestling on the ground, and Rosca comes in and bonks him. And then the second one, she goes to swing at the one with the spear and misses. Then we get to their turn. So the one with the spear, he's going to make an attack, or 2 attacks on Rosca. Miss and hit. Okay, so Rosca's still doing fine. We will get to the druidic looking one. You see them turn into a bird.
A dodo bird?
And the hawk's going to come and try to claw and beak at you. 15 to hit?
Just hits.
So with the claw, it will do 4 points of slashing damage, and then it'll try to beak at you and miss. You see this hawk flying right in your face now. You see the other one build this kind of like gray energy in a similar projection to like what Vivian does. The blast will miss though. What's your armor class?
15.
Okay, yep, it'll miss. But you see a very familiar warlock blast coming your way. The one next to the shaman, though, he is going to use his not shield master, but the battle master, and he's going to shove you. So make competing athletics checks.
It's a check, right?
Yep.
Okay, I can bolster that a little bit. Because I feel like I'm not going to do well anyway.
Match.
That's going to be an 18.
Oh.
Only because I figured. Only because I side-nacked it.
Push you 5 feet back. You don't fall down, as he didn't roll that well, or didn't roll that bad. And then he'll come up to you, stick his foot on your chest, and just stare at you. That's what he'll do. I guess he didn't fall down, so he didn't put his foot on your chest, but he will just come up and kind of like... He didn't really attack you, but...
He's standing his ground.
That's it for their turns. So what are you doing?
Rinse and repeat. I disengage and beeline to the shaman.
For flavor, you aren't knocked down. We'll say you're down to like one knee, and you kind of look at him as he just kind of like grab you by the collar and kind of lift you up as you duck underneath him. You're going to the shaman?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the goal.
So you get to the shaman when you're going.
I wrap my arm around him and summon a dagger and put it to his throat.
Something that you did notice is that the shaman didn't like run or anything. He's just kind of standing there.
This is the most fun I've had all week.
Actually, let's do this. I'm going to, since he's not doing anything essentially, I'm going to let the people who I am currently connected to, let them know I'm going to do something and it might be stupid. And
go for it.
Resync to the shaman.
So you break the connection with him.
I warn them before I do it, though.
Do it.
I'm just monologuing, and I'm like,
We'll say you can't do all of that on one turn. We'll say you can tell them that you're going to break it, but the next turn is when you can do it with the shaman.
Okay.
That sound fair?
It's fine with me.
Okay.
But I'm...
You guys are still out. This is kind of happening while you're having all that dialogue.
We have the best army.
In the words I use is, I'm going to try to connect to the shaman inside the mind. It's going to break the connection we still have. But I believe we will be fine.
There's an ash guy there. What a loser.
So I talked to the king. We're very close. What
are you doing? As you see Locke with his blade, you put the blade up to his neck.
Yeah, if I have the action still to do it.
Probably the only way to...
If I have the action still to do it, then yeah.
I guess I'm gonna get
I'll
up.
say you can hold your action to if you need to, which I know you won't, but
I was trying to grapple that guy. I guess I'm already standing up. I don't know why I'm standing up. But I guess I'm gonna try to position myself in a way that
there's still the guy next to you, so you would take an opportunity attack if you move. Unless you use your action to disengage.
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage.
One of the guys got knocked out, but there's still another guy.
Yeah.
Spear is still up.
Okay. I'm gonna disengage and move in a way with which I'm kind of body blocking Nate.
Okay.
And like in a defensive stance, just
So you can get in between the spear guy and Nate, but you still cannot do anything about the other three guys that are slowly surrounding Nate.
I'm gonna just pray, I guess.
Okay, so Roscoe will not be subtle, and she'll make 2 more attacks on the guy with the spear and hit with both, and he will go unconscious.
Straight to one here.
And then she'll, with her movement, go up to the one that shoved you and kind of like hold her big big club to him. And get back to your... no, they would all... Yeah, let's see. They would all hold and wait for the shaman. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I am much too old for chains. We get to your turn. What are you doing?
I
Right.
break the connection and link up with the shaman.
Correct.
And in his head,
How'd you get this?
we really don't want to hurt you. I'm sure there are things that we can do to help one another. This is a means to an end, because you won't speak to us otherwise.
Okay.
Do I feel...
There's a connection, and his blind eyes do kind of look in your direction. You would be standing above him. He's pretty short. He's like 5'2", hunched over.
When I also make that connection, since he is this shamanic presence, do I feel anything else with the soul knife abilities that I got somehow?
Yeah.
That I still don't know the reason why I got them, because we're leaving that up to all the fun stuff. That's a 15, but I can push it further if I need to.
You feel a heat coming from inside of you, feels like it's coming from your soul itself. Different than hellfire, which you've experienced before. Different than regular fire. You smell the smell of ash and taste ash. Feels cold.
And then in this psychic thing, as much as I can impart, I truly do not want to hurt this man.
Who did you say that to?
It is to the... Well, that's the... As I'm connected and speaking to the shaman psychically.
Okay.
I want...
say that out loud to everyone?
No. That's the feeling he's getting as I am talking to him. I truly do not want to hurt him.
Do you tell Raska or Cersei? Do you give them any commands? Because they're kind of playing off what you're doing at the moment.
And then, so that is the psychic words that I say in this 6-ish seconds. And then out loud, I truly don't want it to come to this. Please, everyone, put down your weapons.
What do you do?
I mean, I put down my sword.
Yeah, you can still have it in your hand, but you can lower it. Roscoe will do the same. We'll get to their turn. And in your mind, you will hear, you are very interesting. I wonder what brings you here. And then out loud he'll say, lower your weapons and leave us. Now, like a change in the atmosphere here is usually, from what you heard of these brief moments, he's very flighty, and it's very weird to hear his voice come down.
As sharp as it is.
Yes. And it's almost like in an instant they do slowly back away. Yeah, you see the hawk turn back into this druidic ashen warrior, and you do see them shuffle back into the tent. Do not come out until I call upon you. So we don't have to be in initiative anymore unless you want to.
I don't think it's necessary.
What do you do?
I will disperse of the blade. There are things coming. Things that have hurt the people that I love. And we need those that are untarnished by their presence to help stand against them. And as I'm telling this, since we are psychically connected, I want to kind of flash the images.
Does it have to be a willing creature?
Mm-mm. That was something we asked about the other day, last time we played, because I did it to that one guard.
Mm-hmm.
And I will flash images of what I remember of the battle with Zugtamoy. They won't stop on that side of the gates. We are trying to stop them.
Make a persuasion check. That'll determine what he does.
We'll bolster that as well, just so I have a little extra oomph. That's going to be a 19.
Okay. So one of the things you do notice is he has a handful of glowing ash, and does slowly lower it. He does not wild shape. You speak of the truth, of your truth. Well, I suppose you have won for the time being. Now comes the difficult part, convincing my people. He glances almost like towards the front of the camp. And his mind, you do see him as he kind of turns to you, study you, and you feel like stuff in your head kind of begin to be pried a little bit. Not too much, not anything that requires any sort of save.
Even if it did, I think in the Nate being altruistic about his intentions and his goals, and since we are linked the way we are because of the soul knife abilities, even if there was a save, Nate would let him go in.
He doesn't pry too much. But you do feel someone kind of looking around. You will hear him also say, I do not speak solely for my people. We shall need the other as well. Shall we go meet your queen?
I think that would be for the best.
So, you guys do quietly lead him there. He will also make you aware that probably having the knife out will be mandatory to get him past everyone back to Vivian.
So I said,
so as you guys do march, High Shaman Corps, back through the camp, you do kind of part this group of people as they see their
Leader.
like spiritualistic leader held hostage at knife point.
By a ruggishly good-looking
And
man,
on
yeah.
either side, you do have Cersei and Roscoe One Eye.
weak.
Yep.
Word does spread. You do hear talkings about the high shaman that has been taken, like every warrior, hunter, people like that. It does kind of spread quickly, and you do hear people as this kind of Mexican standoff between you and the tribesman partakes. As you do escort Core through the camp, thousands of eyes do watch you. Not thousands, like about 1,000 eyes watch you. Some stare with fear, others with anger, others with confusion, yet Core himself appears entirely unconcerned. The old man does walk barefoot through the ash, and he's kind of humming softly to himself.
I like this guy.
Occasionally, he does stop to kind of give people like nods and waves in general directions, letting them know that he is okay.
Safe.
Yeah. It's almost like can you guys see Locke and Cersei and Rosca kind of part through the crowd and make their way over to you? And they have a very tight, just body language. Like they're very uptight and tense. And this old man, with his walking stick, as he does kind of walk, it almost seems like he's going on like a pleasant evening stroll. Like, even though he has a knife up to him, it's not as if he thinks he's in captivity. He doesn't seem to struggle.
He doesn't feel threatened, I guess.
Not once did he ask to be freed. You see him occasionally glance up to the sky and to the ash and smile.
Well,
Him and I are linked for 3
we're
hours, by the way.
waiting.
So you guys do make it. You
Um,
must be the queen I have heard of. Your friend's mind tells secrets that he has not yet shared.
Ah, well, there's a lot going on in that mind, I'm sure. You know, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry it had to be under such...
The pleasure is all his. So he looks up to the sky. He will also say, you are from the Seven Kingdoms, are you not?
I am not well liked there currently, but that is where I'm
We
from.
do not care of things of that nature. But you may know of this tradition.
What tradition is...
Peaceful conversations between tense groups of people can often be guided by a hostage exchange. Send one of yours to my people, and they will be more likely to barter with you.
That does seem rather reasonable.
I will be sure that they will not harm them. If you do not harm me, they will not harm you.
I would rather not harm anyone. I didn't...
And that is why I came.
There's a part in her mind that's like, so it's not the knife.
You hear Flanagan say, if a hostage is required, my lady, you could take me. You see Ticket of Crows also. Hostage, I will go. You see lots of people offer.
Oh.
Who would you like to send as a hostage?
I mean, I'll probably send. No.
Normally should send people that without showing them to you.
Yes, I think as an act of good faith, I will send Flanagan because he was the first to stand up, and I would not dishonor him by.
So in that
I
moment
know,
of silence, you do see a lot of other people do begin to volunteer, but you do eventually choose Flanagan.
Yes, and then I will send back the other two because I believe we have the most important.
3.
As you do send as you do send Flanagan with the 3, Core will smile and kind of look vaguely at Flanagan. Good. People willing to die for their leader or for the cause that they so desperately want to make a reality. Far rarer than leaders willing to die for their people.
I am not afraid to die.
We will look at the 3 guards, or no, 3 hostages. Take this one. Do not harm him. And make Drogon aware that they will not be harmed, and I will not be harmed either. A hostage exchange. And I kind of nod. You see them and Flanagan walk. And there's maybe like a football field in between you guys. You still are surrounded. Shall we retire to somewhere private where we can speak?
I'll do my best. I mean,
And you guys could set up like a
tent
command
or
tent.
just
Not a very
an
nice
awning
tent.
or something.
War tent.
Yeah. So you guys can walk inside. There's a little bit of tension. Like, a lot of the people don't like that you sent somebody over as a hostage.
I
They do
understand that.
it.
Yet they all volunteered.
Right once you do walk inside, Core doesn't even really look around. He just kind of immediately senses something's off, and he ignores you guys as he just kind of walk over and begins to kind of examine the feng shui around the tent. You see him, and he kind of touches different objects inside, and kind of just sniffs the air. You see him, and he looks underneath a few of the tables that are set up in there. It's completely bizarre behavior.
What
Can
could
I-
possibly be onto that?
I'll still like this guy.
Do you need me to adjust? Do you need a different
It's
chair?
too clean. Suspicious. Then he points at the floor. May I build a fire?
In the tent?
Yes.
Can he build a fire in the tent?
I bet he can.
But should he?
Well, you can certainly try, but if it's lights
He
up.
raises his hand, and you see this gray ethereal fire, which you have seen with the ghosts build. As he does sit down, cross-legged, his gross ashen bare feet close to the fires.
That's a impressive.
You see him, and he reaches into his pocket, and he does take this kind of ethereal ash and dump it on top as the fire does grow a little bit larger.
Bit
Um,
big.
It's something that none of you really understand, but he does kind of snap his fingers, and then this gray flame does kind of grow higher and then lower. But it's not red, not orange, not yellow like you think a fire would be. It's gray. The fire produces no heat. You don't see any smoke rising upwards. Instead, it kind of curls and twists around the top of the tent, almost like a mist. Within the smoke, every once in a while you swear you see faces of people that have died. People like your parents, you see them. You see Sir Kanyo. But just enough where right once you think, did I see that? It's not there. You see lots of memories, shapes. Things disappear the moment that you focus on them. as Core does settle. He looks far older now that he's relaxed. He looks tired. You gather around the fire with him?
I
Who would you allow in this tent with you, I guess?
Booker
Mhm.
and the crew here. I will probably have the bowl outside for sure. He can listen, he can not listen. I don't think he cares either way. And then
Yeah, the bull
my-
would have
my-
probably stationed himself
yes,
outside.
my people. So Ticket and anybody else. I
So you have Ticket in there? Do you have Rosca in there?
Yeah.
What about Ralda, the Dwarven lady?
Mhm.
And she has kind of fashioned herself new walking lights.
Well, remember we had everybody get together and build them.
Yeah, and Silvar is not there. He's still stationed
He's,
outside.
he's on
Yeah,
the
you guys
wait list.
actually broke contact with them too. No, they're still on the backside of the camp guard. They
Oh,
were with their
well.
group.
We'll send somebody to. I broke contact with everybody, but you guys all know I broke contact.
Where do you sit at on the fire? Do you sit next to Core? Do you sit
Sit
across the fire from
across, and I would probably, if there's a little stool or something. It's not about dirtiness. It's
Yeah, you
about
can
a little bit
you
of
have a chair.
a little
you
bit
can
of
sit in.
height.
Yeah.
A little bit of height.
And as you do kind of look down upon him, do any of you sit by the fire, or are you standing in
I
guard?
mean, I sit next to her.
I will sit next to Core.
He does study you guys. His eyes do kind of faintly fall around you. It's like a long time that he looks in your direction, uncomfortably long, as he inhales, and you see his hand kind of poke through this fire. Interesting. A burned one shows me strange things. As his other hand goes through and he kind of pokes through the fire. A girl drowning. And he pokes at her with his other hand. A queen without a throne. Chains. His white eyes do lift, and then they eventually do settle on yours. You smell like old bargains.
Well, when one has oneself backed against a wall, one makes certain agreements, whether they like them or not.
Yes. We all serve a higher power.
Mine
Why
comes from a bit lower.
are you here?
Because I need an army to save my lands.
The king beyond the Red Waste Army? No.
Maybe even more than that.
My people do not follow your king for a reason. The king believes he can save us all. Then there's a long pause. That is what frightens me. The worst monsters in history all believed that they were heroes.
I believe in survival. And I believe that whatever we've been doing beyond the wall at this point is not the way it should be. I realize that the interests of Beyond the Wall are not yours, and I do not ask your people to go beyond the wall. If you are satisfied here, I merely ask that while we are here, you help us with what we need to do beyond the wall, and that you may remain as you are.
Just kind of look in the air. Perhaps we will join your crusade. But that is not a decision left to me alone. Survival you speak of. Survival. As he does kind of reach into this little pouch and he pulls out a handful of seeds. You see like seeds. Or like you guys probably would have seen them in Brimshire, not Brimshire.
Heartmire?
Hartmire, yes. Working for Lord Seraphite's organization, Sammy took an interest to those, so you would know what seeds look like. These ones look darkened, blackened, brittle, lifeless, like almost like they've been burned, and like they're not living seeds. He takes them and he throws them into this ethereal fire, and you see them kind of crackle and pop until they're gone. Nothing remains. 20 years ago, those would have grown into a nice crop. He reaches in and grabs another hand, throws them in there. 10 years ago, half of them. Reaches in, grabs another, throws it in. And today, maybe 1 or 2. And soon, nothing.
So you're saying you're on borrowed time?
Hunting grows more difficult. Springs dry up. Our crops have begun to fail. Children die more often. He's not really dramatic when he says this. He's just slow.
Matter-of-factly.
Yep. The Ashe folk. We are not losing a war. We are losing time. The burned one, as he looks up to the sky again, he teaches us 3 truths. And he holds up one of his gnarled, burned, gross old man finger. All things begin. All things burn. All things become ash. And stares back into the fire. Even kings.
Well, they taught me where I was from. Things rise from the ashes, too.
So they do. As he does kind of crack a crooked smile. Long before the Ashen tribes, before the dam of fire, and before your kingdoms, long before crowns, after the dragon settled, something slept beneath the mountain. As his hands do kind of move, you see the fire begin to flicker. The king digs, the king feeds, and the king awakens. Your king.
My ally. I never said he was my king. Kings have only caused me problems. While I may acknowledge his help, I do not necessarily acknowledge his...
You should let sleeping beasts lie. A wound, a hunger, a thing that should remain dreaming.
Well, I may have more room to speak to him about these things if I can return and tell him he will have help. Or at least I can tell him the truth that for all of your skills sowing this land, it seems like your time is running out too.
You are different. Your subject was right to trust you. You know what I expected. As his hands do kind of like go through the fire more. Another conqueror. A prettier one, but still a conqueror. And then he does kind of look directly at you. I was wrong.
I don't need to conquer anything to prove anything. I have been conquered, and I did not enjoy it very much. I would not see anyone else experience that. I may have to do difficult things, though, to lead to the liberation of many, which may cause the harm of some few, should they be against my ultimate goal.
You have convinced me of one thing. You are worth hearing. Unfortunately, I am only half of the equation. He does slowly stand up, and he kind of leans against his staff. He hears bones crack, joints pop. He looks like he's got to be close to 100, if not older. He appears to be a human, though. You guys do just see him. He's, has these kind of like wraps all around him, but he's like super skinny. You can see his ribs. Just old, skin that seems like it's like exposed to fire and heat for a long time. Like the pores on his skin are super deep, super filled with dirt, grime, stuff like that. He does say, "I speak for the spirits," and his hand does kind of rise with the staff, and you see the fire kind of trail along it. "She speaks for warriors, and warriors are always harder to convince." As he does kind of walk over to the edge of the tent flap, and you do see the Ember Bowl kind of does step in his way, as he does kind of like look. "You should send a raven. Summon the Ashwalker Vara. When she arrives, tell your soldiers not to panic. There will be thousands of them." He tries to step out. Would you let the Ember Bowl let him step out?
Where are you going?
Outside. We are done here.
Well, we are done if you return my man.
You have my word. Unless you would like me to stay until Ashwaka Vara arrives.
Do you think that she would be more amenable to what I have to say with your sway?
You are correct. I will stay.
Would you like something more comfortable to sit in than the ground? Or
I
something?
like sitting on the ground.
Do we have? I assume we still have some water.
To sit outside, if you would allow.
I will allow it, as long as you don't mind my large companion here keeping an eye on you.
Yes. So he goes
Don't worry,
outside,
he doesn't talk very
and you
much.
see him, and he does kind of like sit down, and he kind of forms this little fire, and he does seem like he's like looking up in some sort of like ceremony sacrament.
Oh boy.
I like him.
So leaving you guys alone in there, what do you do?
Well, I'm going to let as many of my people know of the strange warning he gave us, because there may or may not be thousands of, I don't know, spirits descending upon us.
Well, he definitely reminds me of that ghost thing that we saw earlier.
I think we all know that we are constantly marching towards the end of the line, and every day it's a gift. And if we don't take our chances now and then to see the truth of the world, we may not be able to save it. So I ask that we trust in the unknown. That's it. That's what I got.
Does anyone have a raven so we can summon this
I have a
Ashwalker?
hawk. Does that count? Can I send?
No, you guys would have ravens.
I was gonna say Bean probably, but I don't want him to have to get on his own.
You could if you wanted to. It'd probably be more reliable than a raven flying in an area that you don't know.
He also kind of is probably better suited to the weather, honestly. I mean, his Bean.
Or you could go convene with the ash folk and say, please, your shaman has said this into Raven.
That was what I was gonna ask
yes,
for
I'm
that
going
actually.
to, he's sitting outside.
So
they
your
can see
guys'
him.
ravens will probably only know how to get back to where you've already been.
Right. Yeah, I'll converse and I'll say, here's your nice shaman, he's fine, but we've been told to send out word for Vera and her people.
And you don't have to be the one that does it. You can send, you have a whole army at your
Well,
beck and
Clock
call.
wants to do it.
They want to kill me.
Yeah.
But, you could just lie and say that your shaman has demanded that you bring the Ash Walker. You can do whatever you want. How would you like to?
I'm going to be honest. I don't really think I have any reason.
Do you
not
go
to.
yourself and tell it, or do you send one of your...
I mean, if I go, I'm going to go with, some big boys.
Who do you take with you?
Booker. And, I'm going to still have the bull watch the shaman. I think, because I want to prove that I'm willing
So you
to
don't take the bull with you?
No, because in case somebody tries something funny with the shaman, I need to make sure that
I was gonna stay with the shaman as well.
but I will take Booker
Probably Rosca.
yeah.
She's been inside there already.
Yeah.
And you can take a
A small
decent-sized-
garrison
Yeah.
of
So you do make your
troops.
way, and you're maybe 30 yards away from the edge of the Ashen Tribe, and they've kind of all set up not like they're all tense anymore, but kind of resting, but still it's like a siege.
yeah.
As they do all kind of get back to attention as you do approach them. You do see the same large guy that you've been talking to. You get from what the High Shaman Corps said is that his name is Drogon.
His name. Drogon, I have word.
Are you releasing our High Shaman?
Not yet. He actually made a request of me, and we'll have to wait on that. I am to send a
A
raven.
request or a demand?
He made the request. This is not my demand. This is his. He would like me to summon Vera and her spirits.
Ashwalker Vara.
And I trust,
High Shaman Corps demands this.
yes. And I,
Send a raven. I trust he will not be harmed, and we will not harm your man.
no, he's actually got a nice little fire going.
Living it up, sitting on the ground.
There is honor in the way you have handled this, I must say.
I told you, if I can do this without bloodshed, I would prefer to. I have seen more than enough.
We would like that as well. As much as I like beating the war drums. Ashwalker Vara speaks for the warriors. She will be harder to convince than the shaman.
I endeavor to do my best. I am someone with very little to lose, and it makes me very motivated to be convincing.
You will turn and leave, and you can make your leave too, unless you have anything else.
Right, nope, I'm not. Push me
So you guys do get a long rest. Dawn does come slowly to the red wastes. Ashes fall from the sky like gray snow. Camp around you's quiet. the camp surrounding you guys is quiet also. It's almost like too quiet. Like you guys are waiting for something. Then you hear like a horn in the distance. Long, low, almost like ancient sounding. The calls of this horn echo through the wasteland, one after another. It gets louder, louder, again.
What is that Australian?
Didgeridoo? Kind of,
Yeah.
You see thousands of soldiers descend upon you, rushing.
By then, I want to
line.
make it clear that I've told my people
Hands
to
move
expect
to
this.
weapons. They kind of push aside this other smaller group as they do quickly surround you guys again. Hands move towards weapons. I imagine your men would get a little bit skittish and form
That's fair.
defensive lines. Your eyes do search the horizon, and all you see are thousands of ash folk. Then you see it. You see a cloud, not of smoke, not of ash, dust. A wall of dust stretching across the horizon. And within it you do see riders. Hundreds of them, and then you see a couple thousand. The ground kind of begins to tremble. You see like massive horses and different beasts. You see a few drakes that have been chained and used as mounts. Some of them pull like old-fashioned like sleds and carts and things like that. A lot of them are fashioned from bone.
It's like Mad Max.
And that's what I
A
was
few
thinking.
warriors ride these like ash-colored drakes. Others march on foot carrying banners woven from charred hides. From what you remember, there are 3 ash camps, and you guys attack the one. And
The
so,
one with the shaman.
yeah.
Like he travels between the camps.
He does, yes. So you get that this is probably the forces from the other 2.
Well, that makes it easy. On us.
Skulls rattle from their spears, bones hang from their battlements. War paint, gray and white. Armor made from scavenged bone, leather, like any sort of metal they might be able to find. Metal's not really a good commodity there. You did pick up on them calling you guys metal men. Yeah.
Especially me.
So as your entire group kind of watches nervously, you do see Cor standing up now, looking and smiling. Good. Only 3,000 riders
Only 3,000.
means that they're being polite. The horde does part. Are you guys doing anything as this happens?
I'm standing as bravely as I can.
I'll assure the troops to
Hold,
hold, yes, and not engage.
not run.
Yes. Hold your positions. Do not engage.
The horde does part. A path opens up through the center. One rider emerges on a strange-looking quadrupedal beast. You guys can make a history check, or maybe history check to see if you know what this beast is.
Mod 20.
14.
7.
12.
This beast has, it looks quadrupedal, and as it gets closer to you, you see it has double the amount of legs that you think it should have. It has spikes on its back. Huh?
I'm just
What did
guessing.
you think it
We're
was?
guessing between us.
What's the guess?
I want to see.
What's the guess?
I mean, displacer beast is what I'm thinking.
It has like this leathery scaled skin, reptilian-like. It has these glowing white eyes, spikes on its back. That's what it looks like.
Oh!
Nice.
You would know this creature from the stories as a basilisk.
Oh,
It does
poisonous.
have these blinders on either side of its eyes, so you do see the glow from underneath them.
Neat.
No escort, no fanfare, no banner. This rider does emerge in great confidence. It's a feminine form on top, as you see a woman on
There.
top of this basilisk. Sits perfectly still, tall, broad-shouldered, scarred. Her hair is dark, braided with bone beads, strips of burned cloth. Ash covers portions of her skin like war paint. A heavy cloak of scorch hides hangs from her shoulders. Across her back rests a massive black spear. Unlike Kor, there is nothing eccentric about her presence at all. Nothing mystical, nothing strange. She carries herself like a woman who has survived 100 battles and expects to survive 100 more. Her eyes do pass over your small camp and the soldiers. She looks at the ember bowl, looks back at you, settles on you, Vivian. So, and there's a great amount of silence after she speaks. You're the one causing problems. She dismounts, hands the reins to nobody, but her beast simply remains where it stands, waiting and watching for her command. Cole says you're worth listening to, and you have him as a prisoner, so I suppose I should. But Cole also says many things, many of them true, many of them debatable. And you hear Cole, I would say most of them are true to a certain point of view. The burned one has a wide variety of truths and falses in this world. She wastes no time with that. I assume you want us to join your cause. That is what the Raven said. You serve the king. That king. The king serves something else beneath the mountain. Did you know that?
I am beginning to understand.
And yet somehow I am supposed to trust you? You come and take the High Shaman prisoner, and we are to trust you. She folds her arms. Fine. Convince me.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't trust me either if I had taken one's grand leader hostage. That said, I did attempt to talk without such measures, and understandably so, no one wanted to listen. I wouldn't necessarily want to listen. You've lived out here in the ash and the mire and all of that business for a great measure of time is what I understand. And you have every reason not to be interested in what goes on beyond the wall or what the king's machinations are. And quite frankly, I don't know what the king's machinations are either. But I do know what mine are, and mine are to elevate those who have been driven through the muck for far too long, be it here or elsewhere. And if that requires me to make people listen in methods I don't prefer, then so be it. That said, you seem a very capable woman, so I'm not going to waste your time with flourished words. I need your help. From what I can tell, despite your posturing, your people likely need help too. Resources are a limited thing.
You hear High Shaman Kor say, Ashwakavara, look at me. I am not in chains. They have treated me very well. They have not killed any of us. We have exchanged hostages as according to their tradition beyond the dam. They speak many truths. They may be under the king's banner, but they believe the king has some truth to his goodness. Maybe something we could convince him. Tell him to leave the Titan sleeping.
Is she going to say something or have something to inject?
What would you like to inject?
Desperate men often think in desperate times that desperate measures are necessary. If I can make the king feel a little less desperate, perhaps there need be no beasties coming up from the ground.
They know of our troubles as well, Vara. They seem to want to help. She does say, our numbers do shrink every year. Children die, food disappears. These wastes are killing us. But east of the dam, she does pause, shake her head, from where you come from, the kingdoms would never accept us. To them, we are monsters, savages, exiles, problems. That dam of fire of yours has been manned with thousands of men for 1,000 years to keep us out. And your king that you serve, she takes a look at the horn crown way in the distance. He awakens things, old things, dangerous things. He believes he can control them. Every fool who wakes a monster believes that.
Mom,
Don't mind me interrupting. Then why don't you help us change it?
you said yourself that people are dying.
You want?
No, sorry. Say your
If
piece,
you-
Would you
Booker.
two like to take a moment and discuss this
Yeah.
before you speak out loud?
Yes. What do you? What I mean? What
I
do you
mean,
guys
what I'm trying to get is like if they people think of them as monsters, maybe we can figure out a way to get them to
Hi, buddy.
convince them to come with us to change the people's minds.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Yes. Do you know what they call me beyond the wall? And here to some degree. They call me the Queen of the Damned, a Lady of Fire, a monster, some
Queen
might.
in chains.
Queen in chains. Some think me quite monstrous, and I admit there's times when I feel like I would very much like to be. But I choose wisely to reconsider that. I imagine you can be quite monstrous when you need to be, but that's the problem, isn't it? We all are attempting to be monsters to one another because we force it out of each other. So you can bark and moan about the king and his methods, but however am I to convince him that his ways are wrong if I don't have the support of people who know better?
A moment passes. She does uncross her arms and paces back and forth. Words are wind. The Ashen folk follow strength. Always have. Always will. You hear Cora kind of chuckle a bit. Here comes the fun part, he says to you. She points to you, Booker. That one. He commands your warriors, does he not?
He does.
Let him fight. Your best versus our best.
Yes. I trust Booker with my life.
She does saddle back up on her basilisk. Prepare yourself.
I just, because I don't have a...
What are the terms of this battle?
She does not talk to you at all.
Okay. Fuck me then.
May he use everything at his disposal.
She's already gone.
No. Well, use everything at your disposal, Booker. There were no terms set.
One moment.
You do have somebody in the camp who might
Or-
tell you. Yes.
Dear leader of these fine people,
Yes.
are there going to be terms to this battle, or is it free for all?
Yes.
So the terms are that it's a free-for-all?
Yes.
All right. No holds barred, Booker, give them everything you have. Although
You can kill the chosen warrior if you would so choose, or be merciful. What kind of a example would you like to set for your queen?
He knows what I would prefer, but it is his fight, not mine.
This is only one part of gaining the Ash Tribe's favors. The other is different. Much like us, I speak for the Burned One's soul. She speaks for the Burned One's body. There are two things you must do. You shall see the other.
Well,
When
I
this
hate-
trial is completed.
All right.
I hate to break it to you, Cor, but my soul is a bit tampered with, so I hope you're not looking to gain it. It's a bit committed at the moment.
I do not know what Ashwakavara has in mind, but I believe it will be much more domestic than something of your soul. Prepare yourself, strong one. You will need it. So we'll say you have maybe like an hour or so to prepare. Do you do anything special? Also, she said to send your best. Who would you like to send? You don't have to send Booker if you don't want to.
Oh, she can send
I
me. I am
mean-
more than ready to go.
I know, but ultimately it's up to you guys. You don't have to.
Trust me, I mean, Booker, we could send the bowl.
Good to know.
We could send the bowl. That said,
We don't know.
The bull probably wouldn't.
oh, because
I was going to say the bull's technically not your
technically
best.
not mine. No, Booker, you are my best. You are my best.
I bloody know I am.
Take that confidence and run with it, and whatever that darkness is inside you, it made him to be used, but know that you don't need it to find victory.
Well, I think I might have to use it. It's hopeful that I can control it.
Is that the darkness saying you have to use it, or is that you?
A little bit of both.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Sorry.
You do anything else during this hour of preparation besides?
We need to win this fight, so I'm gonna do it.
As you do
Don't
make your way to
die.
the front of the line, you do pass different soldiers that you've trained with, that you fought with over the past few weeks. Men that have grown to respect you and see you as a leader. They all kind of give you a nod. Fight with honor, Lord Commander. Fight well. You know, as they say as you go.
Away.
It's like Maximus in the opening scene in Gladiator, walking amongst his men. That's kind of
Are you not entertained?
I like to think
I know.
that the House of
Whenever
Rising
it's,
Sun is playing in
Roman
the
Legion.
background.
I'm just saying you could say that at the end.
And
I mean-
Ticket is the last one that you'll pass, and he does. Fight well, Lord Commander.
Thank you, Ticket.
What if you should fall?
But if I should what?
What if you should fall? Who will
Oh.
command the Queen's army? Who will command the Queen's army?
Somebody will.
Wow.
I think he was asking you to nominate someone there.
The Queen will choose. Fight well. So as you do step out, nothing you haven't done before. The ash fills the air, hot air.
Like the second man-to-man combat is that they have.
A warrior does emerge from the ranks of the Ashen tribes that are still surrounding you guys. Warrior is enormous. I mean, you can tell maybe close to like 7 feet tall. standing a whole head above you at least. His body is this map of scars, burn marks across his chest, and he has this like white ash kind of rubbed into these wounds. You see a great axe resting at his side, a blackened blade that's like almost looks like obsidian that's kind of been shaped by heat and age. He doesn't necessarily smile, doesn't walk with any boast or taunt. He simply stares at you. He does turn around and he nods at Ashwalker Vara, who is looking at you as you do both meet each other. He simply stares at you. Judging you. Like he's trying to measure you. Deciding whether or not he believes you're worthy to die.
Ready for a bit of fun?
You're pretty far away from him still.
Ready for
Vara will shout, "Ah, best, wrath, blood, fire, champion of the Ashen folk. If your commander defeats him, Lady Vivian, the tribes will listen." You'll hear Cor Sanders' voice. "Listening isn't loyalty. Loyalty requires blood." He kind of knocks against you. "This is my favorite part." You see this behemoth of a man begin to charge you, and you begin to run at him too. We're going to go to break.
All right.
Play games, heal kids, give back, game on. Donation link down below. See you in a bit.
The Jewel Isles, a realm steeped in ancient magic and political intrigue, witnessed epochs of turmoil and transformation. In the primordial era, Leviathans and Titans shaped the world's foundations before giving rise to giants, who brought order to the chaotic seas. As civilizations flourished, the Dragonborn emerged, revered for their draconic lineage. However, their prosperity led to envy and conflict. William Cordoba's rise saw the extinction of the Dragonborn under the Cordobas, marking an era of ruthless rule and suppression. After Cordoba's fall, Lambert Leon usurped power through cunning, heralding an era obsessed with dragons and dominance. Lambert's decree for a diamond dragonborn bride sparked intrigue and suspicion, culminating in a marriage of his firstborn son and the diamond dragonborn. Amidst political machinations and whispers of ancient powers, the Jewel Isles stood on the brink of unrest. The quest for the Diamond Throne, fueled by bloodshed and manipulation, continued to shape the fate of the Isles, where alliances were forged and broken in the relentless pursuit of power and legacy. In the distant past, a vast and turbulent sea dominated by ancient leviathans and titans stretched endlessly. These majestic beings, embodiments of primal forces, shaped the world's foundations. From their essence emerged the giants' wise and powerful creatures, guided by prophecies and visions. With their magic and courage, the giants transformed the chaotic sea into islands and mountains, bringing order and stability. They became revered as the architects of a new world where life flourished amidst the echoes of primordial creation. As the giants began to settle into their new domains, conflicts inevitably arose among them and their primordial progenitors. The once unified effort to shape the world splintered into factions vying for dominance over the newly formed lands and seas. What started as disagreements escalated into full-scale war, where titanic battles raged across continents created and destroyed in the throes of their conflict. The war was devastating for both sides. Lands trembled and mountains crumbled under the fury of primordial and giant clashes. Cities and civilizations rose only to be swept away by the tide of battle. Countless lives were lost on both sides as primordials and giants alike fell in the struggle for supremacy. Facing imminent extinction, the giants turned to desperate measures. In their darkest hour, they sought the aid of the dragons, ancient, powerful beings born of fire and magic. The dragons, once revered as majestic guardians of the world, reluctantly agreed to join the fray. Their fiery breath and formidable strength turned the tide of battle for a time, pushing back the relentless onslaught of the primordials. However, the cost was high. Many dragons perished in the brutal conflict, their lives sacrificed in the service of the giants' cause. As the war dragged on, the dragons began to question the righteousness of their alliance. The cruelty and ruthlessness of some giants towards both primordial and dragon alike soured the dragons' loyalty. In their anguish and desperation, the dragons turned to their own creators, the elder dragons, ancient beings from realms beyond mortal understanding. These elder dragons, embodiments of cosmic balance and justice, answered the call of their creations. With thunderous roars that shook the heavens and wings that blotted out the sun, the elder dragons descended upon the war-torn lands. The arrival of the elder dragons was cataclysmic. Their wrath was swift and unforgiving, laying waste to both giants and primordials without distinction. In their wake, cities burned, mountains crumbled, and seas boiled. The centuries-old conflict came to an abrupt and brutal end, as the elder dragons reshaped the world once more, restoring a fragile balance to the ravaged lands. When the dust settled, there were no more giants, no more primordials, and only a handful of dragons remained. The once mighty civilizations built by giants lay in ruins, their legacy lost to the annals of history. The world, scarred and forever changed by the folly of war, now bore witness to the power and wrath of those who had shaped its destiny since time immemorial. After they ended the War of the Creators, the elder dragons laid down their bodies to form the very islands the Jewel Isles are formed of. From their bodies and the surviving dragons came dragonkin to settle the newfound lands. After the elder dragons ended the cataclysmic war, they merged with the land, forming the foundation of the Jewel Isles. From the surviving dragons came diverse dragonkin, settling these new lands. Guided by ancient wisdom, they built cities and monuments honouring their ancestors' sacrifice. The dragonkin flourished, forging alliances with creatures of the Isles, cultivating a realm of magic and peace. Dragonheart Grove, where elder dragon spirits resided, became a sacred sanctuary. Amidst the tranquility, life thrived in harmony with echoes of ancient conflict and the enduring legacy of their creators. For over 2,000 years, the dragonkin reigned over the 7 kingdoms of the Jewel Isles. After settling the lands, they welcomed men, dwarfs, elves, and other creatures from distant realms into their fold. This era was marked by relative peace, where the dragon gods held sway over divine magic, though the deities of other races also found their place, albeit subordinate. Historians hold varied opinions, yet they unanimously regard it as a golden age for Dragonborn. The ruling dynasty, known as the Draconis, favoured those with draconic lineage, bestowing lands, titles and wealth upon them. Details of this epoch remain shrouded, as much of its written history was obliterated by William Cordoba in his campaign to bring an end to this era. William Cordoba, driven by a fervent desire to eradicate dragons and their kin, led a revolution that shook the Jewel Isles to its core. The Dragonborn, favoured during the Age of the Drakes, became targets of Cordoba's wrath. Backed by a coalition spanning nearly all non-draconic inhabitants of the realm, Cordoba waged a relentless campaign to purge every creature with dragon blood coursing through their veins. The war was brutal and unrelenting, spanning 5 long years of devastation and upheaval. Cordoba's forces swept across the 7 kingdoms, laying waste to cities and villages alike in their zealous pursuit. Dragonkin, who had once flourished under the benevolent rule of the Dracones, now faced annihilation at the hands of Cordoba's armies. King William Cordoba, propelled by his ambition and the support of the populace, seized control of the Jewel Isles through sheer force of arms. With the fall of the Dragonborn nobility and the eradication of their allies, Cordoba ushered in a new era marked by his dominion. The once peaceful realms of the Jewel Isles were forever scarred by the horrors of this conflict. The memory of the Age of the Drakes and its Dragonborn rulers faded into whispered tales and scattered ruins, while Cordoba's ascension cast a long shadow over the land. William Cordoba's rule over the 7 kingdoms endured for a century, marked by strict authoritarianism and the suppression of dragon worship. His death from old age passed the throne to his eldest son Henry, who continued his father's iron-fisted governance for another century. During Henry's reign, the realm faced internal strife. Raithran's rebellion weakened the unity of the 7 kingdoms, providing an opportunity for Henry's ambitious viceroy to seize power. The usurpation marked the end of Henry's rule and the beginning of a turbulent era under the new regime. Under Cordoba's legacy, the Diamond Games emerged as a brutal spectacle where kingdoms competed in bloody gladiatorial combat for the entertainment of the king. This vicious display of power served to distract and subdue the populace, reinforcing the authority of the throne through fear and spectacle. Cordoba's disdain for the dragon gods persisted throughout his lineage's rule. He deemed dragon worship an abomination and enforced strict penalties for its practitioners. Those who refused to abandon their faith faced severe punishment. First-time offenders lost their eyes, and second-time offenders lost their heads, reinforcing the harsh consequences of defying Cordoba's decrees. As generations passed, the memory of the Age of the Drakes and the once prosperous Dragonborn faded into distant legend. The Jewel Isles bore witness to a new age of oppression and bloodshed under the Cordoba dynasty, where power was maintained through brutality and the subjugation of dissent. After the Second Sunder, a cataclysmic event that shattered the spectral continent, the Jewel Isles were thrown into turmoil once more. Raithran's rebellion, stemming from the Emerald Grove, sought to challenge the oppressive rule of House Duas over the Sapphire Shores. The rebellion culminated in the complete destruction of the Grove, leaving behind no trace of the once proud island realm. The annihilation of the Emerald Grove was swift and merciless, wiping out its inhabitants and erasing its existence from the realm. The reasons and methods behind its destruction remained shrouded in mystery, a puzzle that intrigued and baffled scholars and officials alike. In response to the devastation, King Henry's court issued a proclamation. Anyone who could provide credible information uncovering the truth behind the Grove's destruction would be granted the prestigious title of Lord or Lady of Hargrave. Additionally, they would be rewarded with control over the lucrative sapphire mine, a symbol of wealth and power within the Jewel Isles. The promise of such riches and status spurred adventurers, scholars, and opportunists to scour ancient texts, delve into forgotten ruins, and interview survivors of the rebellion. Each sought to piece together the puzzle of what befell the Emerald Grove and why. The competition for the title of Lord or Lady of Hargrave intensified as rumours and theories circulated, fueling intrigue and ambition across the fractured kingdoms. Meanwhile, amidst the upheaval and uncertainty, the Jewel Isles trembled on the brink of further instability. The legacy of William Cordoba's harsh rule loomed large, casting a shadow over the land even as new contenders vied for power and influence. With the Jewel Isles plunged into chaos following Raithran's rebellion and the obliteration of House Duas, the stability of King Henry Cordoba's reign faltered. Sensing an opportunity amid the turmoil, Lambert Leon, the ambitious viceroy, plotted his ascension to the throne through cunning and deceit. Under the guise of loyalty, Lambert orchestrated a series of calculated maneuvers that swiftly eroded King Cordoba's authority. Through subtle manipulation and strategic alliances, Lambert sowed seeds of doubt and dissent among Henry's loyalists. Before King Cordoba could react, Lambert had secured the backing of key nobles, military commanders, and influential figures across the Seven Kingdoms. In a swift and unexpected turn of events, Lambert Leon's forces surrounded Henry Cordoba, capturing him without bloodshed. The once mighty king, now isolated and betrayed, faced the grim reality of his downfall. Lambert, praised for his astute political manoeuvring and the minimal loss of life during the coup, proclaimed himself the new ruler of the Jewel Isles. The aftermath of Henry Cordoba's ousting ushered in a period of minor skirmishes and clashes between factions loyal to House Leon and remnants of House Cordoba. The lingering tensions from the sudden upheaval simmered across the realms for 3 tumultuous years, as supporters of the old regime and the new establishment vied for dominance. Lambert Leon's rise to power was heralded as a triumph of diplomacy over brute force, contrasting sharply with the ruthless legacy of William Cordoba. His calculated approach to governance aimed to restore stability and prosperity to the Jewel Isles, while his predecessor's actions had left a stain of extinction upon the realm's history. As Lambert consolidated his rule, he faced the daunting task of rebuilding fractured alliances and reconciling a populace scarred by years of conflict and uncertainty. The shadows of past atrocities and betrayals lingered, casting a pall over the once glorious Jewel Isles, now navigating a new era under the banner of House Leon. House Leon's obsession with dragons became a defining trait of their rule over the Jewel Isles. Lambert Leon, having ascended to power through cunning and diplomatic finesse, firmly believed that dragons were the pinnacle of power and wisdom. He sought to revive the legacy of the extinct diamond dragonborns, mythical beings revered for their majestic lineage and potent draconic heritage. Despite exhaustive efforts to locate a diamond dragonborn suitor among the dwindling remnants of dragon kin, none had been found since their tragic demise at the hands of the Cordobas centuries ago. Nevertheless, Lambert decreed that the first in the Leon bloodline who remained unmarried would be wedded to a diamond dragonborn should one ever be discovered. This decree became a symbol of House Leon's determination to reclaim the lost glory of dragons within the Jewel Isles. Meanwhile, remnants of House...
Welcome back. Booker, as this mountain of a man begins to charge you, you begin to charge him back. For this one turn, we're going to do something cool, and you guys are going to pass each other and both do an action at the same exact time. What is your action? As you run towards him, are you doing anything?
Actually, can I have Shield Master shove? Can I do that?
Sure.
All right.
It's an action, right?
Yeah, if you take the... Oh, wait a minute. If I take the attack action on my turn, I can use the bonus action to shove the creature.
Yeah, you can attack him and try to shove him.
All right, I will do that. Roll.
Huh?
What?
What did you say?
What? Well, that's a nat 20.
Okay.
Plus 8, if that matters.
Yep. Then remember, you can also declare that you're going to do smites after you roll.
Oh, yeah. I will...
Sorry, it's been a while since you fought.
It's been a minute. Yeah, I will smite him as well, since I have the spell slots for that. So, level 1 smite. So, it should be okay. So, I need a d8 for the sword. D8. Why can I not find d8? There's a d8. Okay, and I think it's d8s for... 2 d8s for the smite.
You can do whatever level of smite you want to.
We'll start off low first. Because I want to save it for the next part. So, all right. I'm assuming that hits from that 20.
Yep. That 20 always hits.
Okay. And then
That's like the only way at level 1 that you could hit a Tarrasque is by getting a nat 20.
Okay. And then it's max damage plus a dice roll, right? If I remember correctly.
Yep.
Including your smite.
Including your smite.
Okay.
That's why
So it's 16.
if you want to hit hard,
What is it your longsword?
Yes. It's a D8 because I'm doing one-handed.
So D8 plus the 2 D8s from smite. So you're doing 24 points right off the bat plus whatever you roll, plus your modifier.
Just trying to get the... Okay.
So 8 points of that is slashing right off the bat.
Yep.
Plus whatever you roll there. What do you roll there?
That's a 5.
So 8 plus 5, that's 13 plus your modifier.
Modifier is 4, so that's
17. So 17 points. You do notice that he does have a rage in his eye, so he does take half damage from that.
Oh, okay. There's the spike.
What is this?
did John learn how to roll?
This man.
John, did you learn how to roll?
I got 2 8s on the smite.
Who are you people?
So 32 points
Then
of
16 and then 16. So
32 points of radiant damage.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
John learned how to roll out.
Good job.
Amazing. It's amazing.
And then there'll be shit for the rest of it.
Don't jinx yourself.
You get 2 attacks, though, don't you?
I do have 2 attacks.
I was gonna say level 5. I think you get some cool stuff.
And then afterwards, can I transform after this too? I don't know.
Is it
an action?
I thought it was a...
I don't remember if it's an action or a bonus action. I'm assuming it's an action to transform.
I think it is an action.
Okay. I will do that first. Okay. That might hit. That is a... Yeah, 15 to hit.
15 will miss.
Okay.
And then you're gonna try to shove him with your bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a competing athletics check?
Let me double check. Yeah, I think it is. Shove. Well, it says shove, so I'm assuming it's whatever shove is for the action. Look.
Does it have like a link you can kind of hover over? Sometimes D&D Beyond does that.
Okay, shove. A target must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw. It chooses which, or you push it 5 feet away, or cause it to have a prone
So
position.
the DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength.
Okay. So 8 plus proficiency is 11 plus the strength, which is 4, so that would be 15. 15 is the DC.
Are you trying to knock him prone or shove him farther away?
I like to knock him prone if I could.
Okay. So for prone, we'll do strength. If you're trying to push him further away, we'll slide dexterity since you're running at each other. Unfortunately, Yeah, I rolled okay, he got a 28, so he stays on his feet. But as you do pass, he will make 2 swipes at you with his great axe. $25 to hit with the first one.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a natural 20 for the second one. Okay, so for the first one, you will take 12 points of slashing damage. And then for the second hit, which is the crit, as the first hit does kind of like sling underneath your armor and doesn't necessarily hit in there, but you feel it. The second one does kind of hit right on the back of your leg, right where there's like a slip in the plate of your armor. I rolled a 1 there. Do I have anything? Maybe I have. No, he does not. That's still max damage plus 1. 19 points of slashing damage with that other one. And for flavor, we're going to say that both of you do kind of pass each other. And then you do turn back to each other. And that's where we will actually start combat proper after we're done with this rule of cool. It's okay, the rule of cool is fun. Where did I put my other clothespins? There we go. Hey. Roll initiative, Booker. Let's just see who has higher initiative. 16 for him?
Yeah, he does.
What'd you get?
I got 6.
Okay, so he will go first.
It's not going to go well.
He does have this like helmet on with these kind of like bony spikes coming, and he's going to rush straight at you, and he's going to try to like gore you with this.
Gore.
He does get to roll with advantage again. Oh, damn, that's good. 27 to hit.
Jesus.
$14 points of piercing damage. Make a strength saving throw.
That's 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
That is literally just enough. So you are not pushed back 10 feet or knocked prone.
Mm-hmm.
But he does follow it up with a big great axe as he kind of swings over your head.
Well.
I rolled another 20.
Damn, brother.
I mean, he just wrecked me, so I'm done. I have 2 hit points, dude. So.
Okay. What's your maximum amount of hit points?
47.
Okay, so he won't do enough to kill you, but you do fall.
Yeah, well, I regret my decision.
He does turn, and he kind of like looks at his people and rejoices. Make a charisma saving throw.
It's not bad, but we'll see. Nope. 6.
This might be one you wanted to fail, by the way.
You feel a snap and a crack as your eyes do shoot open and you snap up. No longer Booker, your body transforms into the ferryman's toll. As Wrathbloodfire does turn around and see you now. Or you're a larger size, correct?
Grow to large size. 10 foot.
Okay,
10
what
foot
many
tall
do we
skeleton.
want to use for that?
Skeleton.
We'll use the Oni. So,
Oh, we want to do battle king.
did I give you any
Yeah.
hit points?
I just for temporary hit points is all I get.
Okay, then all you have are your temporary hit points.
2 times character level plus cons. So let's excuse me. We'll do this just so it doesn't keep saying death saves. So D&D Beyond, everyone. Okay. So it'll be 10 plus my cons, that's 12. Right. Okay. So I got 12 to burn.
So, Booker, as you stand tall, feeling like a corpse freshly woken up out of the grave, you stand dripping with this black wetness that almost kind of like seems to taper into a burning fire. You're a mixture of hellfire and the river of souls. When you do kind of move your sword, you see these hands kind of grasp up from this ethereal wetness that you drip around you. How many hit points do you have now?
12.
12 to
Okay.
hit points. So,
What are you doing?
well, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this guy. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. How far away is he with him?
As you recall, that's what you look like.
Mhm. Okay, so
Nicole.
I know, because he's got it on his Discord.
Okay. I can't believe you would use AI art to generate that.
okay, so the Aura of Dead, I don't know exactly what it does. This says any creature within 10 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Probably frightened condition.
I'm assuming, yeah. So,
Yes, that is what it is.
is he, I guess
Are you going to move forward?
Yeah, I'll move
It is your
forward.
turn.
Yeah,
So you do step forward.
and I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
What is the DC?
12.
He will fail, so he is frightened.
Alright.
And remind me, the frightened, what does that do?
Disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
And he can't willingly move towards them.
Okay, so make sure I remember that when we get to his turn. What else
And
are you doing?
I'm assuming you went reckless on him, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
So
he
that
definitely
means
went reckless.
you have advantage on your attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Even though this mini has lots of armor on, he does not.
Okay. Well, I'll do.
Dice him up, Achilles.
Alright. I'm going to attack him. Let's
Go
roll.
get it.
It's an advantage. Okay. Need to, like, can I put this on? Oh, of course not. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Do this. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to have them both. Oh, that looks weird. Sorry, I'm trying to put them both on the same page, and so I don't have to keep flicking back and forth here. Actually,
Side by
there
side.
we go.
There you
Yeah. All right, so that is plus 8, so that's 19 plus 2 to attack, so
21.
21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right.
Are you dumping any Divine Smite into it? I was going to highly recommend that you do. Because,
Hint, hint.
as you recall, you have 12 hit points left.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't like this.
And remember, you get to do the +2 to your attack roll.
Okay, so I'm going to do level 2 Divine Smite, which I believe that'll give me a 3 d8s. And then
Hi, Doc.
a d8 sword.
I missed your turd. Hi.
Okay.
Little guy.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay. So that do I need to split the radiant from the slashing?
Yes.
Okay. So that is scrolling. Okay.
Tell me the slashing first.
Alright, so that is 12 points of slashing.
Okay.
I get +2 of attack.
Nikki. Take.
Is this mine?
And then, right. Oh, yeah. 14 points of 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
First attack.
Don't you get another D8 of necrotic damage to add on top of that too? Now that you're the
Yeah. Thank you. It's a D4.
D4.
Add 2 necrotic.
Okay.
And second swing. Oh, hey, that's even better. That is mod 22 plus 8. So 30.
That will definitely hit.
Another Divine Smite. Or wait, can I do it twice in a row?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you got the spell slots, you can use it.
Well, last level 2 spell slot. Okay, roll the Radiant. Okay. Necrotic. And then sword. And the sword's not that much, but it's 7.
Yeah.
9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
14 points of radiant and 4 points of necrotic.
So as you do that, you hear a voice in the back of your head now. The same voice that was telling you to release it.
Mm.
Keep going. Use more of the souls. Hit him again. Do you hit him again?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you feel this soul power leaving you every time you do that. So you can make another attack roll.
Okay. Still with advantage, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. That's plus 10, 17 plus 8 is 25.
That'll hit.
You're not a divine smite. So I'm trying to roll as fast as I can. Nice. Alright. So that's 12, 14 points of slashing. And then 8 points of radiant.
Have you been rolling with advantage on these?
Yes.
Okay. How much of slashing?
14. And then 8 points of radiant, 2 points of necrotic.
Good. Capture more souls and we can punish them. But you do not get a hit again. You do not have enough souls.
Alright. I will use my bonus action to strike out with chains on him.
Okay.
He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC?
12.
He passes.
Okay. And nothing happens to him.
What would have happened?
It gets pulled adjacent to me and take 1d6 of damage.
Okay. So yeah, these chains do almost like explode from you and they wrap around him. And you see this like black dripping wetness kind of pull towards him. Like, I think like Jason Voorhees. And he comes at you with a big swing.
Not at advantage.
Huh?
Not at advantage.
Not at advantage?
He's afraid, so he has disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You told me to remind you of that.
Yeah, so but he would still go reckless.
It'd be a straight roll then.
Yeah, but so he doesn't know that, so he'd still go reckless, so you still get advantage on him.
Mm-hmm.
15?
15 does not hit.
Okay. And as he exhaustedly misses, you dodge out of the way. He looks at you, and he swings one more time at you. It's a 19?
19 does not hit.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what he's got. Is he's kind of off kilter as he does kind of like look at you.
Now you get to fuck him up again.
Surprised. We do get to your turn. What are you doing?
You went reckless, so I'm gonna keep attacking him.
You did. I remember you saying, "Remind me that he's frightened."
That's very good. I would not have remembered that.
Give up your soul.
Giving in to the ferryman.
He's not
Would you
listening.
like to verify this?
Crazy.
Nat 20.
Crazy.
Okay. So, do you want to roll damage, or do you want to tell me to tell you how you kill him?
No, I just
He's not listening.
So, as your sword, you throw your shield to the side with two hands, come right down on top of his head, splitting him in half almost all the way down to the heart. Blood does drench the ashened air. There's a moment as you're letting loose your attack, as you remember probably should have knocked the guy out, but you cannot control it in this mode. You do gain a soul, though. I'll tell you how many souls you have once we're done here.
I don't know how much I spent on
And
that.
as you do slice him wide open, he does fall. Make a wisdom saving throw. As you look at this dead carcass in front of you, that was once a towering man. A man that you now tower over.
That is an 11.
That is not enough. You need to kill more. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Vivian, high or low?
Hi.
Booker, you do look across the battlefield. You look back in your tall skeletal form, and as you guys see him in this form, I think this is only the second time you guys have seen it. You know exactly how destructive this can be. He looks at you almost with a sense of regret, but a sense of bloodthirst,
Okay.
as he does begin to
I'm going
lumber
to...
forward towards the Ashened tribe, not towards you.
I know, that's
with
fine.
his
I'm
sword
going to mind
pulled.
spike him.
Okay.
I have a directive, and that is to
Souls.
take care of him if he becomes a problem. So. Well, actually, he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
It'd still be half damage, so you can roll your damage. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
What'd you get?
21.
God damn it, John.
It's okay. He's still going to take damage.
Yeah, but it's...
How much damage does he take?
Well,
Before
it's
he
48, so we'll see.
Well, it might be enough.
How
If you roll
much?
high enough.
How much?
You just have
He
to
has
hit
12 hit
12
points of
You just have to
damage.
get 12 points of damage.
Yeah, but it's only... Where's my other D8?
You know you can roll more than 1d8. More than once.
Yeah. They're all fully-
What'd you get?
Maybe. I actually did.
17.
Total?
Yeah.
From 4d8s?
Yeah.
It's
I
halved.
rolled two twos, so
Oh, okay.
2 sevens and 2 twos. So,
Okay.
So unfortunately, it's not enough to knock
Two
him down.
sevens and two twos.
2 sevens and 2 twos?
Yeah.
That's 18.
Okay, it's 18. That's still not enough.
So, Booker, you take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
As you do stumble a bit from that, you still
I am
feel
not the
this
only one who
pull.
can attack him,
You
by the way.
Oh no!
You all
I'm
saw
going to throw a knife at him.
You begin to
So,
run forwards
we
as
have
you
a
feel
clear
your
directive.
mind begin to kind of like pull backwards, but this force inside of you keeps moving forward. What are you doing?
Throwing a dagger at him.
What's your armor class, Booker?
21.
This is going to hit with the 26.
Okay. So you feel, is this your mind dagger?
Yeah.
Where do you hit Booker? In the middle of his back?
Probably just like, yeah.
Square in the middle of your back, you feel this thud and this pulse. I assume you do more than 3 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you don't have to roll damage, but
My-
you do fall.
My bonus for the attack is +5. So
As you fall, you see Booker's form shrink back into himself. You do fall unconscious, though. I do need you to make a death saving throw. Everybody look away.
I'm not looking. I'm just.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
I will.
I just can't heal him. If there's a healer, we could use one right now. I don't know how else I can stabilize him without healing.
Medicine check.
I mean,
Are you running up to him?
yeah, of course.
Okay. So it does take you
Because
at
it's
least
my
one
job.
turn of combat to get up there.
It's my
As you
job
do
to
get up
stop
to
him.
him, make a medicine check.
I'm not that good at it, but I'll try. 12?
As you do kind of look him over, you're looking for any obvious wounds or anything, and you do see his eyes looking at you, and he is slowly breathing. He is conscious.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure it's a
So did I
stabilizing,
stabilize
right?
him? Did I stabilize him?
You didn't have to stabilize him. He is up.
Oh, okay. He was up?
John rolled a natural 20, so
Oh, what the hell is all this? Okay, good.
We're
Good.
You didn't know.
doing the role play.
I didn't
yes.
know.
You
yeah.
didn't know. John rolled a natural 20 on his
Dang.
save, which that pops you back up 1 hit point,
Yeah.
according to my rules.
According to
she'll
D&D
breathe a
rules.
sigh of relief, and it's like, but she's going to be like, I told you not to let the monster get the better of you. Someone come lift him. He's had enough.
I think I got
That's a
him.
matter of perspective. We're going to have a talk after this.
My head hurts.
Fool.
So, Booker, you only have 5 souls left.
Okay.
So you used 10 souls to... you use a soul every turn of combat, and then you use 10 souls to bring yourself back up.
Okay.
And then you used 10 souls to be able to attack a third time.
Okay.
So if you have 100 souls, you could attack 10 times in one turn if you use them all, but it's a high price to pay. It's basically a currency that you can use to be all-powerful. You're a black cat. Yoink! Give me those souls.
Yeah, except.
Yeah, you got... We'll nerf you next patch.
All cameras.
So, as Booker stands up,
I hear a voice.
1 hit point.
What?
Here, it's coming from over here.
Something, there's like some
I
voices.
hear audio coming from something.
It's not on my end.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Is it you?
Shouldn't be.
My phone's on vibrate, but I don't think it was that.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
My phone's on vibrate. And my computer's muted, so
Definitely aim. I mean, it's whatever.
I know I was hearing it.
Okay, what
I
are we
was
doing?
just ignoring it. So
I mean, I have them. I'm gonna have somebody else take away Booker because I have to see if that was.
You have to clean up his mess.
Yeah. Or just be like, yeah, these are the things at my disposal, like them or not.
You do see a few of the Ash tribe come out and collect their fallen. Ashwalker, Lara, and High Shaman Core will kind of meet you guys in the middle of the battlefield. Booker, you're still needing to be you're
I was
stable,
gonna say
but
he's not part of this. I don't want him
Yeah.
talking. Just take him back to a tent.
oh yeah.
And Jude probably doesn't
sorry, I
talk
lost
right
my
now.
spot on my document. Hang on. Oh, you're also exhausted after that. Anytime you transform, you suffer exhaustion.
Add that.
Oh, buddy.
You'll see Vara kind of look at her fallen champion or the fallen chosen. Wrath, blood, fire. Champion of the Ashen Folk, 53 victories, no defeats until today. Do you say anything to that?
This is personally why I find trial by combat very tired and...
It is much more civilized than what you do east of the wall. Hundreds of thousands of armies of men thrown at each other. Much more civil for one versus one.
I think the civil thing would be no one has to die, but it is
You're still here with an army.
what it is. As are you.
Well, that was unexpected. Core will say, excellent!
Of course.
You hear one of the Ashen tribesmen kind of bang their shield, their spear against their shield, and you'll see Ashwalker Vara do the same as she kind of slams, and then they all start kind of slamming in unison, almost like a tribalistic chant. And then she raises her hand. Enough. Your strength was proven. And she looks towards Booker being taken away. The tribes will hear you, Queen. But hearing is not enough. Now comes the difficult part.
Now.
She will take you in your group with her. You go?
I mean, who's with me?
You, Locke, Cersei, Ticket,
Okay.
Vraska.
I mean,
Booker is...
with my guard up, yes.
The Ember Bowl will come with you. Core will come with you. You guys do walk into the center of the village that has been... I mean, it's still kind of weird. There's still like a bit of tension, but everybody's a little, slightly bit more relaxed. The crowd does part, slowly, deliberately, revealing something hidden beyond them. At first, in the center, it appears to be a bonfire. Then another, and another. You see hundreds of fires all kind of like lit in this centralized area. It's almost like they're arranged in a massive circle. At the center, there is this stone platform that's surrounded with roaring gray flames. Like the same kind of strange flames that Core summoned. Cold, spiritual flames, ashen flames. The people that do follow you kind of begin to kneel one by one around that. You see even Core and Vara do kneel as they circle around the fire. Do you guys also kneel?
No. I'm not. I mean, I'm not going to because I've adhered to their traditions plenty, and they are not telling me what's going on. I'm cooperative. I'm just not going to kneel. I defy kneeling because they keep talking about how everybody kneels, so I won't do it.
It's not so much a kneel in, like...
I know, in submission, but it's just,
Vara will eventually stand to join the Ashen folk. One must die and return. The crowd does remain kneeling.
Technically, yeah.
That's right.
Nobody speaks, nobody moves. Core will say, "The fire decides." As the flames do begin to kind of like all point at you guys, and they begin to kind of wisp out, reaching towards you guys, and then they settle on Luck. As the fire does kind of like go around you, you feel a strange coolness. Vara steps up to you. Prepare yourself. Tomorrow, you and I walk the fire. That's where we'll end the session.
Oh,
Oh no.
Little me. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. As always, we're playing for Extra Life, Giving Back Gaming On. Donation link down below. You can also go to potatoplacegaming.com. There you can get to our scheduled events. You can get to our latest streams. You can get to our archive. You can get to our Extra Life page. You can get to our shop, which has some stuff on it. 10% of anything we sell in the shop also goes to our Extra Life fundraising efforts. Thank you again, Andreas from Fantastical Filaments. He did the miniatures that you saw tonight. Thank you, Julian at Astralgrave. He did the Potato Place Gaming logo as well as our character art. Collecticon tomorrow. Hope if you're there,
TikTok Live.
we'll see you.
Hawkeye.
Hawkman.
Talking to you too much, Sarah. Hawkeye. Once
So many
hawks.
Lives.
Too many goddamn
There's
hawks.
so many hawks everywhere.
It's getting out of hand. Now there
yeah.
are two of them.
Okay. Peace.